All right, we are live. Welcome to another rousing edition of R is Untitled. I am R Jones, your host slash moderator. Before we get into the show, I would like to see support is free. Let me just start out by saying that, and by that, Dom knows where I'm going with this. Ro knows where I'm going with this. 3 words for you: like, share, and subscribe. Do me the honor, do me the pleasure of once again share, and subscribe. I appreciate that so much if you did. So with that being said, let's get the ball rolling. Joining me as always, what else can I say about the man? He's formerly from the Bronx, now residing in Carolina. Dominic Donato is with us live tonight. Thank you, Dom, for being here. Hope all is well, my brother.
Yes, sir. Let's roll, Laura.
You already know the deal. And also, now this is the treat right here.
Oh,
Not muted, on time. My main man, Sir Black. Ronan Black is with us tonight. This is an honor. I'm like, and no disrespect, but I am literally floored right now. I looked up, I said, "Oh shit," because normally Ronan will be here, but I guess because he might have some distractions going on in the house, whatever the case may be, so he'll be there for support, and I love that. But he'll have his mic muted, so I was like, "Wait, what?"
mm.
How you doing, sir?
Just chilling, man.
Just
I'm here.
chilling. Good
Yeah,
man. Good
just
man.
the house is quiet. It's just me and my wife and the
Oh,
dog. So,
that's it. No extra kids. No visitors tonight.
my son, he's in Baltimore with his dad. He'll be back Sunday because he got a basketball game. So,
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, with that being said, thank you guys for joining me. Let's get into the first thing on the docket tonight. A little bit of NFL. What second year NFL players are you looking to progress this upcoming season? Um, honestly, the first one for me is going to be kind of shocking. That what's that boy from Denver? That quarterback. I want to see this guy. I like Bo Nix.
go
Yeah.
next.
Yeah, Bo Nix. Like I said, don't kill me, but I actually like the way this guy has progressed through his rookie season last year. I really didn't think too much of him, but he showed with the pieces that he had that he might be able to be a halfway decent quarterback. And I'm looking forward to seeing him progress further as his career unfolds. Uh, Anybody else want to take a turn? I'm gonna go back and forth with this all
No,
this this.
there's nothing wrong with Knicks. Giants could have picked him.
They should have picked him instead of going that other route. Well, you already know about that.
A whole bunch of quarterbacks out there on other
Yeah.
teams they could have picked.
That's who I was
So,
gonna. That's who I'm gonna use.
Who? Bo Nix?
No. What's his name? Khalib. How you say his last name? Hold on.
What position he played, Dom?
Williams. Khalib Williams on the
Oh, that
Bears, the
from
quarterback.
I eh, I mean I
You know,
get people
I was
expect
gonna
things
say,
from
Art.
him, but then
I think he has the most pressure.
yeah,
Like Knicks is on a pretty good team. Denver's managed to stay
hmm
close to or above water for quite some time. Bears
hmm
have sucked for since Gail says, but
right,
this guy, I think, has some pressure because they basically bankrolled everything for this kid to get that pick.
hmm
So, yeah, he's got a. I think he didn't do too bad last year, to be honest. I mean,
they
right,
got to fix the
right.
offensive line.
They got to
I
fix
yeah,
watched
the
the Bears.
offensive. Hmm.
No,
Go
that
ahead.
offensive line is terrible. I watched them a couple times last year. I watched the game on Thursday night against Seattle.
Hmm.
It was a jailbreak. He literally would snap the ball before he even got. It would be a three-step drop. He didn't even get even one
Wow.
and a half, and they're coming through. If they don't
Mm.
fix that line, he's gonna end up just like the guy who used to play for the Texans back in the day. Um, he's the first quarterback for them, and his career went off the rails. Derek Carr.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Um, because you're a quarterback, you
Hmm.
getting hit constantly, man. You just become gun shy. You short on your
Exactly.
throws, so they can draft all the
Exactly.
receivers they want. You don't get some good offensive linemen. It's not gonna make a damn difference.
Well, that's a great point actually, Ronan, because again we're talking about the psyche, like you had talked about. They start seeing what's that thing they say seeing shadows. and whatnot.
Seeing
Yeah,
After
ghosts.
yeah,
hearing
they start
footsteps.
seeing shadows, ghosts, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So now that starts to mess with your psyche a little bit, and that's gonna alter your play, your aggressiveness, perhaps even. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that leads into a lot. So I honestly, with the guy, the Williams guy, I wasn't really all that impressed, and there's a reason behind that. Obviously, I know he played one season, was one season at USC. I don't know. I think that stigma that is still on him. I
Yee.
just don't believe.
Yee.
I know.
Yee. Yee.
Even yeah. It's like yeah. I just that whole USC quarterbacking thing. Even if you're there for a year and you try to get out of that, I think once you're touched by it, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry, and maybe that's crazy thinking, and it sounds insane. I get it, but at the same time, am I really wrong? I mean,
You
come
gotta
on.
look at the coach though. Look at the
Mm,
coach.
hmm
The coach. If you look at Riley, you look at Caleb Williams. What's the guy? The quarterback for the Cardinals.
hmm
Kyler Murray,
Kyler Murray,
Baker
right?
Mayfield, and Jalen Hurts. They all played under him and
Mm,
all in the league and all playing, all starting. So
right.
he
Mm,
just happened to become the head coach of USC. I don't, the curse affects him, and you're onto something there.
Right. Well, I want to see. So this is another player I actually do want to see progress in the his second year. I want, or should I say regress? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see how it is. Did they? I don't even know if they really upgraded the offensive line as you had mentioned before, Ronan. I really don't know because I've been watching them on that level. But if they did, I really want to see how this guy performs when he has more than half a chance. You understand, with a line in front of him that's giving him that decent protection, and with the offensive gifts that he allegedly has. So this is going to be interesting for me to see him in his second year.
That's not a bad one. That's a good
Harrison.
pick, though.
Hmm.
Harrison. And I'm assuming shortstop's still going to be the quarterback in Arizona, Murray,
Murray.
Kyler Murray,
Hmm.
Yeah,
because this guy supposedly had mega talent, man.
I
Harrison,
mean,
Marvin's son.
oh right.
Is he being stymied with the up and down play of the quarterback? I don't
Mm,
know,
mm,
but again, he was another one, guys, highly touted coming out of college. You know, fourth pick in the first round
right.
from
Well,
the Ohio State. You know,
right.
but
Exactly.
and he didn't do bad last year. He had 885 yards. I'm looking at the numbers. Don't think I'm a genius,
Right.
but and he played with an up and down system. I don't think they had a good record, but
They didn't.
I don't
They
know.
didn't.
You know, y'all know football better than me, man. In
Well,
another year, Harrison will be on another team.
probably, probably. Like the thing, like you said, he had about over 800 yards receiving.
Yeah.
For that team last year. You know what it is to me? It's all about the coaching and the system and whatnot. If the player fits into it, I mean, was it haphazardly that they chose this guy because he was the best available, perhaps at that time, and not really matching that system? I'm just throwing shit out there, seeing if it
Hmm.
sticks. Throwing shit against the wall. I'm just saying. Again, it was is that the case? You know what I'm saying? Because again, if you don't have the right system in place for an incoming rookie, highly touted rookie at that, I mean, how much impact is he going to make? You know what I'm saying? How much impact is he really going to make? So we'll see how it goes second year. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that's a good. The Cardinals last year,
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of surprised because they were very competitive in a lot of their games. So
Okay.
the thing that might hurt the Cardinals is they lost their offensive coordinator and their offensive line coach who left. He went to Dallas.
Hmm.
So that might hurt them there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they were pretty solid on both sides of the ball. I mean, they're trending in the right direction.
Okay.
You know, right now that's that's the right now obviously the Rams are the best team in that division. You know, we got to wait to see what's up. The 49ers are healthy; they'll probably reclaim their spot. They lost some pieces, but the
Hmm.
Cardinals. I mean, look, I was shocked by them last year. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they did beat Pittsburgh. They beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. So I mean,
Hey,
I mean, they
hey,
kicked their ass.
hey, man, the sun shines on the dog's ass every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Any given Sunday, you know what I'm saying? So don't take that whipping they put on the Steelers as you know what I'm saying? I
I mean,
mean,
Yeah,
they were 8-9. I mean, it wasn't like they was 20 games under 500, and
okay, okay,
they are in a pretty tough
division,
division.
no question, no question.
I mean, you gotta think, man. They would pick them in like 5, 6 games last year,
Mm,
and they
mm,
were 8-9. And
right.
I mean, so like I said, now the thing's gonna hurt them. They lost their offensive line coach,
Hmm.
and he was also the offensive coordinator, and they actually changed his scheme to more of a power running offense. Using Connor, and they were running. I mean, when they played Pittsburgh, they ran they ran the ball down the Steelers' throat.
Wow. Was TJ playing during that game, or was he injured?
Yeah, he played, but
Oh, he was
it didn't
playing.
make a difference. They just
Wow.
ran down their throats. They ran up the middle.
Damn. Okay.
You stay away from if you don't. If you want to hurt the Steelers, if you want to run on them. I mean, they're not easy to run on, but if you don't,
Exactly.
you're not gonna run wide with Highsmith and T.J. Watt. You're gonna attack them
Right.
in the middle, and that's what the Cardinals did. They were
Wow.
hitting them with dives. They were doing traps. They were doing
Hmm.
counters,
Hmm.
and Connor was just grinding up. He was just grinding up yardage. And then when they had to
Wow.
throw, Kyler Murray was cutting them up. They couldn't stop him.
Wow.
So
I hear you. I hear you. Let me change lanes for a second. Still staying in the lane of NFL. One guy I want to bring up is I'm looking forward to seeing him play. Even though I hate this team with a passion. I talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. That guy Xavier, what is his last name? I think Xavier Worthy at the wideout position. They're
yeah,
gonna use him.
speedster.
Yeah, I think this to me this should be a breakout year for this cat because I seen a little bit of him last year and he was doing a little something. Okay, more than a little something. I think this you're gonna see him become the favorite target of Kermit the Fro. I mean, excuse me, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, he's gonna be the favorite target. You know what I'm saying? And I like the speed that this guy possesses. Not too bad on the hands either. He can catch the ball. So we might be seeing another appearance, postseason appearance from the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously. And when I say that, I'm also talking about maybe another Super Bowl appearance. A win, I'm not going to go that far, but another appearance, possibly.
Yeah, you're right. Because what's his name kind of sort of fell off. Juju,
Right, right.
he ain't what he used to be. And what's his name's getting older, and he takes too many hits at tight end.
Yeah, Travis
Kelsey,
Kelsey. Yep.
yeah,
He's retired.
yeah,
He, I,
yeah.
I thought he was, to be perfectly honest. I thought this was going to be, but he didn't announce it. I was kind of shocked that he didn't. But like you guys saying, he's up there in age, getting hit and stuff like that, not being the force he once was 5, maybe 7 years ago. You understand? But now they got this guy coming up with Xavier Worthy. He's going to be that. This is an exciting player. I like this guy, and I'm not placing any crazy. Well, I am, but I'm not in the way. I like to see this guy get to the level of being like a Justin Jefferson on that level. How about that?
Mm,
Huh.
Yeah, I know
uh,
that's lofty
that's a
expectations.
leap,
I
but
get it.
hey,
Yeah,
Take
I
it
get it.
easy.
why not?
Take it easy.
I, I'm just saying, man. The guy's got the speed, he's
Yep.
got the hands, you got the right guy throwing to you. Come on now. I'm,
Right.
I'm,
All
just,
right.
I'm
Let
just
me let
saying.
me let me tell you this. Let me
Yes,
give
sir.
you something. Years ago, I was at camp. There was a
Hmm.
guy in my camp,
Yeah.
and there was this Maurice Jackson, whatever, some dude I met. Dude was the fastest human being I ever seen in person.
Right.
Never seen a person that fast before. And I couldn't figure out. I was like, I'm at this camp. How's this guy not in the league? So one day we're in the cafeteria, we're having
Hmm.
lunch. So I'm talking to him. I'm like, yo, like, how come you're not in the league? He told me flat out. He's like, I don't go across the middle. I was like, what
Wait,
the
what
hell
did
are
he
you
say?
talking about? He said he doesn't go across the middle. So I'm like,
Oh
wait, what are you
well.
talking about? So I was like, you just want to go routes and post? He was like, yeah. I'm like, that's insane, man. So
Right.
so he was like, so he was like, let me show you something. He's like, don't tell anyone this shit, man. So I lean. He said, just lean a little bit. So puts his fork down,
Uh huh.
opens his mouth, he pulls out his fronts. This dude was like 25 years old. I'm like, oh shit.
Wow.
I'm like, what the hell happened? He said, when I was in high school, man, him and his cousin, they played on the same team.
Yeah.
He ran an in route and he got waylaid by a middle linebacker.
Wow.
And he's down on the ground. Coach is yelling at him, man. He's like, hey, Jackson, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's like, trying to find my teeth. He knocked all his teeth out.
Whoa.
Mm.
Ever since then, he said after that, he never ran across the middle. If it
Well,
wasn't a post route that was over 20 yards, he was not going across the middle.
bro, I can't you get mad at the guy? I'm just saying. I can't get mad at him. That left an impression, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's like,
understand,
yeah,
man. So there's been a
dude.
lot of dudes who are crazy fast, man, but
Right.
some of them they can't all put it together. So
Nah, nah.
I'm not saying that's
That's
worthy.
hockey. That's hockey type shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, what the yeah, yeah, listen, I get it. I don't blame I can't get mad at dude. I'm like, yo, I understand. All your fronts is out on that hit you took in high school against that middle linebacker, that Ray Lewis motherfucker that just want to make his impression and he left it with you. I am not mad at that dude whatsoever. You damn right. I'm gonna do a post every damn time. Every damn down. You wanna hit me with a pass, you got to air it out. You got to air it out. That's just, I get it. I get it, man.
Because I used to watch it, man. I remember the camp. They was like, "Yo, you gotta see how fast this guy is."
Yeah.
So they call it go route, man. And
That's
the dude's running with him step for step. And he was like, "What? Just wait for it. Wait for it." Once the ball got in the air, next thing you know, this dude's got like 10 yards of separation. I'm like, God damn, how
Jesus.
is this guy so goddamn fast?
Wow.
And how is he
Wow.
not in the league? And when he told me that,
That was
and
it.
then people asking me, man, like, yo, I was like, you gotta talk to him. I can't tell you,
Right. Right.
man.
That's
You
it.
gotta talk to him. I'm
Oh,
like, I can't
damn
tell
foot,
you. He asked me not to tell you, so I'm not going to tell you.
damn football. I remember. I remember we were in PA. It was right before I retired.
Right. Right.
My son and his nephew decided. I think they was in maybe the 11th grade. They were like, Dad, I'm gonna try out for Pocono Mountain, the football team. My son
Mm.
played for the basketball team.
Hmm.
He's getting a little bold. Hey, they want me to try out. Blah blah blah. I got speed. I could be a good running back. I was like, be careful, son. You know, I don't
Right.
like football. He goes out there, him and his nephew, him and his cousin. He got a handoff. He juked left, juked right. Bam! He came over to the sideline. He took his helmet off.
I
He put it on the ground. He was, yup, that's what he did.
I quit.
You know,
I'm
Dad,
done.
I can't do this shit. I was like, got hit one time, man. And he said,
Listen,
that's it for me. He started taking off his shoulder pads. I'm like, I mean,
right
I know
there.
you don't want to play, but on the
Yeah,
field right now,
on the
he took
field, right
his shit
there.
off. I
Hey,
was
hey,
like,
hey, Dom, check this out, man. Yo, that's hilarious, man. But I'm gonna use a line from Dirty Harry, Inspector Callahan. A man's got to know his limitations. You know
hey,
what I'm saying? And that's just what it was.
like Ronan with Travis Kelsey. You know, these guys don't know when to say when, man. I
Right,
mean,
right,
I know it's an alcohol thing, but
dude.
just if you're
I
That's
not
did.
telling me these guys ain't making enough money to say, you know what, Ro, I'm a bailout. I still got
I'm done.
good
Exactly.
years left in my life,
Yeah,
you know.
I ain't got no CTE issues, whatever the case may
Yeah.
be. My
So
mind
his
Nah,
is
they,
thing,
like,
they,
yeah,
they, they won't stop, man.
yeah,
When I stopped, I was 38,
right,
but
right.
I switched over to defense.
Mm,
So I was playing outside linebacker. So
yes, sir.
for me, I'm like, yeah, I'm taking out quarterbacks all the other times they hung my ass out to dry.
Yeah.
So we playing some game up in the Bronx, man. It was like August. It was like 95 degrees, man. I got
Ooh.
like 2 sacks in the first quarter.
Okay.
Quarter ended, right? So we go to the bench, sit down on the bench, and sitting there, like, I'm done. And Cat was like, "What's up? It's your back." I'm like, "Nah, it ain't my back. Back is fine, man." He's like, "What do you mean you
Right.
done?" I was like, "I'm done, man." He's like, "What do you
That's
mean you
it.
done?" I was like, "I'm done."
I'm done. There's 2 words for it.
He's
That's
like,
it.
yeah.
Guy ain't gotta explain
so
nothing. That's it.
yeah, so coach came over. He was like, "Yo, what's going on?" He's like, "How come you're
Mm.
not in the field?" I was like, "I'm done." He's like,
That's
"What do you mean you're done?" I'm like, "What am I speaking Mandarin Chinese?"
exactly. What
I'm
are they not
done, man. I
understand?
was
What
like,
are they not understanding, bro? That's ridiculous, dude.
and he
That
was
doesn't
like,
make
"Well,
any sense.
yeah, like, well, what caused this?" I'm like, "Let's look at the tail of the tape. I'm 38. It's
Right.
95 degrees out here.
Right.
I'm not getting paid. I can do this on my PlayStation 3.
Word.
So I'm done. And
That's
he was
it.
like, well, just do me the honor, man. Just stay for the rest of the game. I'm like, all right, I'll stay.
Hmm.
As soon as the game is over, I'm out of here. And that was it,
That's it.
man.
I
So
feel you.
it ain't, if you look at the pro level and even semi pro, man, I remember there's a guy I used to play with back in the 90s, man. This dude just stopped playing like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm
Wow.
56.
Damn.
So
What?
think about that. Yeah, man, this dude it's crazy, man. Because in
That's
some of these, look, there's a ton of semi-pro leagues all over the United States. Some of them
Mm,
pay, some don't.
right. Right.
So Don lives in the South, so he knows in the South, the
mm,
further you go, the more football is religion.
Right.
So you got people, guys who make money, they have these leagues, they pay dues. This cat was a guy I knew from back in the '90s, so he was never one of those dudes like, I'm gonna play football. He chased the dream and stuff like that. I
Hmm.
remember we were talking in 2000s. I came back and played. I quit in 2008. This dude's still playing. And then I was talking to this guy. Um, this was like maybe, I want to say, this is 2025. I want to say like 2019. I talked to this guy. And he was like, yeah, man, heard you can keep yourself in shape, blah, blah, so and so. I'm like, I'm finished, dude. I know where you're going. I am done. Because
Right.
I'm in shape. Being in shape and being in football shape are two different things, man. He was like, this is
Right.
all I can do.
Exactly, bro. Yes, sir.
So he's talking to me, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to hang this up." I'm like, "Well," he's running down the list of injuries. He's like, "Yeah, man, I can't lift my left arm up over my head. I gotta, I gotta get a knee replacement.
Jesus.
Um, I got tendonitis on my Achilles tendon." He's talking about all this crazy stuff. Two of his fingers are permanently bent the wrong way and stuff like that. I'm like, "Why are you still playing?" He's like, "Oh
What?
man, I'm playing." Texas, I'm getting paid. I'm like, you ain't getting paid. There ain't enough money on the
Exactly.
semi-pro circuit for you to be doing that, man. I was like, you can go become a manager at Costco
You
and
better
make
off.
yeah.
way
You're better
more.
off.
Or you
Exactly.
keep you keep acting the way you act, and you're gonna be a greeter at Walmart. Hi,
Exactly.
good
I'm saying.
afternoon.
But
How
you know
you
what's really
doing? No,
what's
Scott.
really crazy is this aspect, this, like what I'm saying, this aspect I'm about to say. It's like they have this now. Ronan, you played semi pro and whatnot, so you should be able to answer this one. Is it the constant warrior inside you that wants to keep competing, even unrealistically,
Mm,
when you're at a certain age, you say, hey, you know what? I love the sport. I'm trying to achieve my dream and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. But at some point, you're gonna have to reach that point of reality and say, hey, listen, this is not good for me. If I
no.
want to be a healthy, elder gentleman, I don't want to have my body break down on me because I played football for so long. You know what I'm saying? When I should have stepped out years ago, whatever the case may be. I should have stepped out when it was time.
All right, I'll tell you. For me, when I came back, I played '95. I came back in 2002, 2003. So at that time, I didn't notice much of a drop off in my speed. Now you go to the next year, and so this was 2004. I remember I think I caught a post. Thought I was about to sail into the end zone. Dude caught me from behind. That shit never happened
Hmm.
before. Right then and there, I was like, so I came off the field looking. I'm like, yo, why you looking like that? I'm like, this motherfucker just catch me from behind. He was like, yeah. So I'm like, that shit ain't never happened before.
It never happened. Exactly.
So that
Exactly.
was the beginning. And then I started realizing that, man, you started getting up. A lot of dudes who played college ball, they playing semi-pro. I remember I was playing some dudes. I'm like, oh shit, this dude, I'm actually having problems getting off the line of scrimmage. Like, I'm not getting separation like I was before. So I had to go
Hmm.
into my bag, like trying to get open. What
Hmm.
Kelsey's doing now. Kelsey can't separate from anyone, but he can get open. He just
Right.
can't
Right.
extend plays.
Right.
These dudes, and it's part of that. It's the coaches. They'll tell you this. Oh, come back, so and so. You get into this whole mindset. Yeah, I'm a warrior. I love the game. I'm gonna go out there and compete. And the thing with semi-pro is like this ain't the NFL. You ain't got no. First of all, most of these dudes got jobs. Um, there's
Hmm.
no health care. You ain't getting
Right.
paid in most of it. And if you get hurt, you go to work. You know. You
Man,
get a bad injury, man. Like, I mean, come on. So
that's
these
it.
dudes don't know when to stop. They don't know when to stop. I knew when to stop.
Mm.
It's not that different when you got dudes who play basketball, man. We used to get on Mac about this, man. Like, I had a cousin who was mad nice playing basketball, and I remember he showed me some video of him playing, as an older age. Like, oh my god, man, stop! He was like, why? I'm like, my whole image of you is shot, man. I was like, these dudes can't got you looking crazy, man. You got you falling down. Which, yeah, I'm like, you don't. So
It's crazy.
with football, it's different, man. You're taking a beating. You talking about the CTE issue?
Yeah,
There was no
yeah.
concussion protocol, man, back in the '90s, in the early 2000s. That shit didn't exist, dude.
No,
I
it
think
really did.
with anything though, guys, even like for me, I didn't play football. Since y'all were talking about Warriors, you tend to trust me. It sounds goofy, but you tend, especially what I did, you tend to really get wrapped up in this shit, and you kind of like I hate to use the word love. You
Hmm.
love this shit. You love chasing the bad guy. You love
Right,
doing this. But for me, I
right.
heard Ronan talk about 50. I was 50, God, right around the time I met y'all.
Yeah.
I was barely retired, like for 7 years. And I'll tell you what, I felt every bit of that shit. Serious. I felt. Matter of fact, funny thing. I looked in the mirror before we came on tonight. I said I ain't gonna wear a hat because I
Okay.
normally wear a hat. I was like, you know
Right.
what? You actually don't look as bad as what you've gone through. and that's the and that's that's the only thing, guys, that I think
That's hilarious.
for like 7 years, maybe. Like right around the time I met y'all and I started
Right.
doing this shit and the Bleed
Right.
Blue show,
Right.
that's when I started thinking, man, I don't miss this shit. 'Cause to walk away from what I was doing, I was like, no, man, I still got, you know, by a lot, I still got a good 5 years. Man,
Shit,
I
man.
started seeing some of these motherfuckers come in. I was like,
Yeah.
and I got to tell them what to do. Oh
Exactly.
hell no! It's like Ronan said. It's time to go.
It's time to go.
Let me bounce now before I use every dollar of my health care.
Let me take this time right now to introduce Mr. Live to the show. Thank you for joining us. Your mic is live, sir. So appreciate you being there. I hope all is well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, I
And
mean,
live
I'm in the.
incognito, man.
Yeah.
What's up,
Nah. My
love?
my bad, kid. I got a little blackout, so I'm trying to save all my little phone energy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I got. I got.
Hey,
I got it hooked up.
is it storming where you're at, live?
Well, not right now, right? But like about 30 minutes ago,
Yeah.
fucking roof was getting ready to come off this
Wow.
motherfucker. So,
Oh my God.
yeah.
It's coming now. I'll be running
No,
inside
not
in a
really.
minute.
No. It ain't. It wasn't that bad. But it
Oh, how about this? Woo.
again,
Man.
I was about to say,
yeah,
we were
down
like
here.
Detroit.
Yeah,
Like,
but
yeah,
roofs do come off down here, guys.
yeah. Whenever it rain real hard down here,
Yeah.
the power go out. You know what I'm saying? So it's more likely than not. Like when the shit thundering and lightning and shit.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know, you got to plug up all your shit and charge it up because the power might be out. The energy company just said my shit will be out till about 12 o'clock tonight, which will
Wow.
probably be about 10:30. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So
Okay.
Damn, where you at?
so
Where you at? Where you living?
I'm in Boondock, South Carolina.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
okay.
Yeah, I'm in the
All right.
sticks. It's a
Oh yeah.
small town. It's a small town called Lane. We
Lane.
might be like we are about 2 hours from Myrtle Beach.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hmm.
I'll tell you what, Ronan. When I get them really bad heads up, the first thing I do is I grab my gas grill, bring my
Yeah,
gas grill in the garage,
yeah,
Hmm.
set that shit at the edge of the garage because I
yeah,
gotta eat, gotta have it.
Right.
Because I tell you
yeah.
what, when the power goes out here, guys,
Yeah.
that shit it ain't coming on in 2 hours. Oh no.
Right,
uh,
right,
jeez. Let
right.
me.
It's
So
like
yeah,
so. I'm getting ready to invest in. I hope.
a generator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's the next thing up right now.
I did. I
You know.
had to.
Yeah. You
Mm-hmm.
have to in those states where the power is not too accessible quickly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
After you get a blackout, yeah, you need to have a generator. You
And
Yes,
have to have
sir.
here's where those flashbacks come in at.
that.
Like in the military, we had generators and we had to dig them in because of the noise. You know, you needed
Right.
light and noise discipline. What do you think I did with mine?
Dug it in.
That that shit's like 10 fucking feet underground. Got the cover. I damn near gotta jump in this motherfucker to crank it. I'll
Wow.
be like that. But I'll tell you what, it's sort of like I don't know if I can equate that for you guys up north. 'Cause like when
Hmm.
y'all lose power, y'all just lose power. Like fuck it, it'll come back on.
Pretty much. That's the
Yeah.
mentality.
But I learned, man, I think it was Hurricane Matthew.
Hmm.
Yo, we went like 6 days
Nah, see,
without
see,
See
power.
that shit right there? That's
nah,
why the
that's
generator's next.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a no go
exactly.
right
Like
there. That's a no go.
that's what
Right.
drove me live. I was like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
shit
Mm.
is crazy,
that's a
man.
no go. 6 days. Now I'm good. I damn near had a attack up here when it was out for like a day and a half or whatnot. I was like,
Yeah,
yo, what
Right.
the?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For a day,
yeah.
like 36 hours. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going
I
on
think
here?
I think
You
I
know?
talked to live during one of the storms because he was already
Hmm.
living in the south.
Right.
Like FEMA jump. I give him credit. FEMA jumps in, blah blah blah.
Okay.
So everybody goes down to the county office.
Hmm.
FEMA takes your name and you know how long was you without power? Oh, 6 days. Blah. And they're sitting there. And
Shit.
what about you think you lost like $1,000 in food? I'm like, yeah. My wife is like, I don't know. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
we lost $1,000.
Matter of fact, it
Yeah,
was
we lost.
1,500. It was 1,500. Matter
But
of fact, what you
here,
talking about?
here's the funny thing, guys. Not to get off sports. I
Yeah.
found out from talking to this lady when my wife tried to talk. The lady said, "Can you let your husband speak?"
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
Come to find
Please.
out, she lived in a town called Lumberton. I don't know
okay.
if y'all remember this
Oh
shit
yeah. Yeah.
live.
Yeah. I know where that's at. Yeah.
Remember live, the water was almost up to the sign. You know
Yeah.
when you're on the highway and it
Yeah.
says
Wow.
exit 12, the
Yeah.
fucking water.
I
She,
95 Lumberton. Yeah.
I
Wow.
95. She said when I found that shit out, I was like, this motherfucker's pissed. Her
No.
cars are underwater. She just
Right.
giving shit out. I'm like
Right. Right.
elbowing my wife. Shut up. So we ended
So
up
when you
walking. We ended up
so
walking
Yeah.
so
away with like 2 EBT cards. I'm like, we
Exactly.
actually gave a lot of it away too. But
Nice.
that
son, a
lady told
lot.
my wife,
Nice.
"Can your husband talk, please?" I'm like,
Exactly. She's trying to get you
oh,
that money. She's trying to get you that money, Don. That's
she was
exactly what it was.
pissed, man.
Yeah.
Both her cars. Here's the funny thing, guys, and I'm gonna stop. She goes to open her car door. The water is like in the fucking car. She
Yeah.
Right.
calls her insurance. You know what her insurance told her? Well,
What?
leave the
You
doors
ain't
open
covered.
and let it air out. Maybe it'll dry. What?
You ain't covered. Wow. Let
You
me take.
ain't
She was
covered.
already fed up, guys. She was just
Mm-hmm.
like, here, you
Hold
get a
on.
car. You get a car. She was like Oprah working for FEMA.
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
like, okay, I'm not gonna.
Let me
Yeah,
bring
live
in.
been down here for a couple of storms,
Okay.
and I
Let
know
me
Yeah.
take the
Bishop
time.
has.
Yeah.
Hold on for a
Mhm.
second. Let me take time to bring in the bishop. Is on with us. Bishop, your mic is live. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hope all is well with you, brother.
What's going
Bishop,
on, fellas? What's going on,
what's
fellas?
good?
What's
What's
going on? What's
good?
going on? You already know the deal.
It's
You already
all
know the
What's
good.
deal.
up,
It's all
Bishop?
good. It's all good. It's all
Listen,
good.
originally we was talking about these the second year players you're looking forward to seeing progressive shit. Do you have any? Does live any have any uh
Yeah,
players?
this. I'm a spectator right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Go ahead,
okay,
Bishop.
got you, got
Oh,
you.
second year players.
Yeah,
Well, the Knicks don't really have anybody like that.
no, I'm
No,
talking
y'all
about
talking about
NFL,
NFL.
football, right?
Yeah,
NFL,
yeah.
Bish.
Oh, well, yeah, yeah. You threw me for a loop there.
My bad, my
Yeah.
bad.
Go
I'm
ahead.
looking forward. I'm looking forward to seeing the kid in Washington, the QB in Washington.
Jaden
Oh,
Daniels. That's yeah, Jaden.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm looking
yeah.
forward to seeing what he got in store because he
Mhm,
left he left the season with a bad taste in his mouth.
mhm,
And
Football.
sometimes those type of dudes they built different. So he
mm,
might come back, you know what I'm saying, with a foot for everybody's neck, you know.
mm, mhm.
So I'm interested to see what he got going on. And well, yeah, that's about it. That's
Okay.
about it. Cause the rest of them dudes,
What
yeah,
about the rest of them?
yeah, yeah.
Not impressed. Not impressed, sir.
Nah. I mean, we
That's
got some first year players that might be kind of interesting,
right.
but
I I'll give you my brief list before we move on. I had said this kid for Kansas City, that wide out, the speedy guy, Xavier Worthy. That's one. He's going to become the favorite target of Mahomes.
what
Um,
what is this Kansas City and you? Like, what's going on?
hey man, I just brought it up. Okay, so don't get on me like that. Don't get on me like
You
that.
cheating on us with
Nah,
Kansas City now?
Hey,
oh,
Rousey.
what's going on?
What's going on, family?
Be
Everything's good. Good
careful.
to see you. Good to
Be,
see you,
be,
brother.
be careful, Bishop. You're gonna have to be telling no Diddy in a minute.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
This, this,
Diddy is in
Hey,
effect right now. He is in
nah, no
effect
did
right
I
it.
now.
didn't even I didn't even think of that. Bishop, I didn't even think of that when R first brought up this kid. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's funny. R, you got this asphyxiation with
Nah,
Kansas
it's,
City
I
now.
even, bro, I even said I hate this team. I
no,
let
yeah,
off.
Yeah,
I,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't. Come on, do I need to rewind this? I let off
Yeah,
with that.
yeah. What you say and what you say is
Yeah.
two different things. It's like a
Remember
double negative. It's like a double
remember what I
negative.
said, Bishop. two
Oh,
years
Jesus,
ago,
man.
2 years ago, I rewound the tape. I think it was the night we was clowning about the homeless and whatever in New York, and we was going off. And then at the end, I said, "Hey man, who y'all got to win the Super Bowl?" Out of just the clip, what did R say, Bishop?
He
Kansas
pulls out
City.
that
I'm like,
Kansas
what?
City hat
That was a bad
straight
mistake,
up.
my friend.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but they won it. They won it
Fly,
that year,
Eagles,
bro.
fly.
No, it was the year before that. They won
It
it
was
the
the year
year
before
R
that.
picked them.
Oh, the year before. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, year before that, bro.
and he
Yeah.
been singing that same song ever since. It's like
Nah,
Yeah. You
nah,
got
nah,
you got
son.
to
Nah.
understand the history, Rels. This guy was like ready to kill everything that walked in this Kansas City, and now all of a sudden, down
Listen,
low, down
listen.
low.
No,
yeah.
shit.
I'm just,
All
I'm
of a
just
sudden he
saying, R. You know, I
putting
love you,
on
brother.
KC lip gloss or something.
Oh,
Like
yo, okay.
Looking like
I'm
looking
about to
like
cut your
Shannon
mic. I'm about to
Sharp
cut
up
your
in
mic,
here.
son. I'm about to cut your mic.
ah,
How dare you? How dare you take that tone
no,
with me?
no Diddy.
Yeah, no diddy. But we can you know what? It's funny. It's funny. Bishop picked that guy. I didn't even think of him. I picked the other quarterback, Bishop,
Right, right.
Caleb Williams on Chicago,
Ah,
and Harrison from Arizona.
Mm.
But y'all know I'm not a big football guy anyway.
Nah,
I was just
Yeah,
nah.
I'm rooting for Caleb Williams. That's because I'm a diehard USC football fan.
You're a what?
oh
You're a
USC,
what?
oh
hands down.
You're a what?
USC.
Oh my
Trojans,
USC.
God.
baby.
Yo,
Oh my
Trojans.
God. Are you
yo,
serious?
and you're an Eagles fan too?
Yep.
yes
Die
sir.
hard.
Oh
I'll
Please,
tell
man.
you.
please,
I was at the
please.
parade. I'm gonna tell you how my family started. I'm born
Okay.
and raised in the Bronx, but my grandfather is from Philly on
Okay.
my dad's side. So ever since I was born, I was always in the green anything. So that's how I became an Eagles fan. And
Okay.
my grandfather was alive for the first championship that we won. That he passed. That's why the second one was so much sweet for me. And then my aunt, she played basketball in USC. So I used to go to her when I was little, but I used to like playing around in the campus. I was probably like 10, 11 years old. But it was something always about that football team that I was drawn to. So that's how I became a football fan of theirs. But the problem is my mother is from Alabama.
Okay.
And
Oh
my fam
Roll
and my,
Mm.
Tide.
my
Roll
reunions,
Tide.
it's
yeah.
crazy
Word.
because it's my mom and my aunt, my grandma's from Huntsville, Alabama. I
Okay.
got other family in Monroeville and was it Monroeville, Huntsville,
Mhm.
Montgomery, and Auburn. So when we go to family reunions down there, it's crazy. You got the Roll Tide side. And you
Right.
got the Auburn Tiger side. Well, I mean, they were if they're not in a fraternity or sorority, the other ones that just went to the schools wearing their colors.
Mm.
And the only time everybody gets along is when they eating. After that, they talking junk, and I'm sitting there with my Trojan stuff. But they get mad because every now and then I wear like something from LSU. Cause I said if I have an SEC team,
Oh,
I do like
jeez.
LSU, and I hear it. How dare you? I
Yeah.
rather you pick an
Mm.
Auburn team, LSU. I said, listen, okay.
Ugh.
I got here. My
Yeah.
mother. My mother made it. My mother made it bad for me with Roll Tide. Because when Nick Saban was just winning, my mom was like, "Yeah, the Eagles need to win like this." I was like, "Oh
Oh.
man," so she ruined it
Yeah,
for me.
all that being said, very heartfelt story and everything like that. Please mute his mic. Please mute his mic. Please mute his mic.
Fly you fly. No, but listen. I think I know you guys are football heads. I think that we all can say is for me, I do root for Caleb Williams not because he went to USC. Is Chicago
Mm.
and this is the first time I've seen reporters on TV and beat
hmm
writers defend somebody. Everybody knows Chicago's destroys quarterbacks. Right? It's a shitty organization.
Trash.
But he came to a regime that was new. They switched it up. They let go a couple of people, and because they know what they did with Justin Fields, he was a
Mhm.
talent, but you gotta like make sure you have things in place. So when I watch these old NFL players talk on their podcast, and you see behind the scenes, is not what us fans may think an organization is doing. Sometimes, if you a kid that got drafted, then that person got fired, and they really didn't want you, not because of you, because you wasn't they pick. It's
Mm.
not easy. So that's why I root for him. I root for him because they built like a veteran kind of situation for him. So I see what he do in year two.
Bro,
Okay.
didn't USC go to the Big Ten?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that was money. I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was kind of pissed. I'm
They
like, here
messing
we
with the
go.
big dogs now.
Yeah, and I was like, here we go because at the end of the day, I feel like college basketball is kind of low key kind of ruined because you don't got like the Big East like that,
No.
you know.
Okay. Okay.
And that's the only reason. But then I got over it. But
Mm.
I think they need to change up some shit with college football and college basketball. If you ask me.
I got one question for you before we move on, Rels.
Yep.
Being a USC football supporter,
Yep.
uh, who is the best quarterback to come out of there? Yeah, think about it.
Nobody,
I know it.
nobody.
I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just gonna say this out loud.
Okay.
The best, okay, the best to me was Matt Leinart because what he did.
Ooh.
But the best
Ooh.
Mm.
pro is
Yeah.
the dude for the Bengals, Carson Palmer.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Palmer was the best quarterback out of USC. But I
Out of
always tell people
USC.
outside of Caleb Williams, like everybody was somewhat good, but not as talented. We'll birth
Mm.
a lineman. We birth a defensive lineman. We'll birth a strong safety. Every now and then you get like a golden wide receiver, but that's all we do.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Y'all,
Let me
how
take.
you skip? Y'all see, that's how I could tell young people.
How
To
so?
me, to me, because
Okay.
that's when I used to watch college football. Rodney Peete.
Oh.
Rodney
Okay.
Peete, no, 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 yeah. He's goaded. He's goaded.
Yeah.
Mm.
But for me,
Ah.
you know what it was for me. The reason why I say Matt Leinart because it was just the dominance with him, Reggie
Right.
Bush, and I forgot the young man's name. He was the fullback that ran in front of Bush. Cause both of them was good. He got drafted to the Titans. Damn, I can't think his name, but
Mhm.
that's we
Lindell
was
White.
Lindell White. Thank you.
Lindell White.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lindell.
thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
We was dominant then. Like we took over football. We was dominant, and I haven't seen that dominance in a very long time.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. And
Because to
thank you.
me, as 43, the only
Yeah.
person that was super meaningful outside of Troy Polamalu on a defense on the offense side was Keyshawn Johnson.
Mm.
Then
Oh,
everybody
that's
started
right.
coming
Yeah.
along on the offensive side because the defense we was always known for defensive players coming out
Okay.
of the draft.
Okay. And let me take this time to welcome Steve to the show. Thank you for being here, brother. Yeah,
My
appreciate all your
good.
support. What's going on? All well, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. This is
Okay.
My
therapy, man.
good.
I love this platform, man. You don't understand how
Oh,
I value this platform heavily,
listen,
heavily.
and
For the
I
way you guys
appreciate the
attack it,
support.
I love it.
Yes.
Love it.
Listen, we got to unhinge for you a little bit later if you're
Uh,
around.
Fair.
You know what
It's
I'm saying?
okay.
We got to, especially
You
for
know,
you,
Reynolds, you got to stick around, Reynolds.
especially for
depends
you,
how
brother.
fast you get
I'm
to it.
here.
I got things to do, but it depends how fast you get to it. But I got things to do.
Uh,
But yeah, I
Uh,
Okay,
had
okay, okay.
you
Let
guys
me,
were talking
you
about
know what?
USC quarterbacks. What was the question? Y'all was talking about some USC players or what happened?
Nah, please let's move on.
no, it was second year players.
Yeah, second year players that you're looking forward to seeing progress this upcoming season in the
And
NFL.
then somebody randomly threw in USC, and
Hey,
I'm throwing up right now.
who's your team?
I'm a Giants
For
fan.
college for the
No,
college
college
football?
football.
Yeah.
I
So
don't.
No, I don't got no squad.
NFL.
I watch it.
Uh,
I'm neutral. I watch objectively.
Just okay.
That's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any players that you
So
are looking forward to, Steve,
in college, in the NFL,
in the
Yeah.
NFL this second year? Yeah.
no, not
Not really.
really.
Not
Not
really.
really. No.
Okay. 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 Well, then I can move on to the next subject. We're gonna get to this, and that's this one. LeBron James and the Lakers. Is there a little discord going on?
I think
Hearing
so.
you think. Please expound.
I'm actually watching them because no, I'm a diehard Dookie, and I hope my boy bust that
Oh
oh
case
my
that
Oh
he
my
God.
got.
God!
Oh,
What the
oh my
hell is
yo,
God,
going
Bishop.
yo,
on?
yo,
Yo,
man, yo,
My
yo.
son, Cooper
Mute,
Flag, got drafted first
yo,
overall.
please
Okay, my
mute this
adopted
dude.
son, Cooper Flag,
Mute
ain't
this
Okay.
Hans
guy.
Nipple. Okay, all right. Anyway,
I don't know
um,
how am
for
I
me with the
friends with this
Lakers,
guy?
and
Yeah.
I want to hear what you guys have to say on this. But here's my thing, LeBron, you had your time and you verbatim, you understood that if the Lakers had to start appeasing Luca, you said this out your own mouth.
Mm,
Then he'd be hypocritical because now the attention is not solely on him anymore. He had Rich Paul make a statement where though we understand that the Lakers got prepared for the future, LeBron wants to win right now for championships. Like narcissist at his all time high. My thing is like, dude, you've been the face of the league for however long. You understand what the writing on the walls, okay? You're
mm,
46 years old. God bless you. You're still doing your thing. But if I'm a business major, right? If I'm running the fucking business, I am worried about my future. I can't keep giving away first round draft picks because you want to be challenging right now. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna have anything for Luca. They are doing something that Leon Rose and them boys did for the Knicks, whereas they made a statement that we want to get under the cap and have cap states in 2027. That's a problem for Clutch Sports and them because they know now once they came up with that statement, then they're not gonna probably be as aggressive. My thing is you already got homeboy Aiton, okay? Like you got him at that price. What more do you think you can do? Because you don't have any first round picks. The only maybe piece that you have if you trade him is what's that boy's name? The
Reeves,
not Tyler Cole, like the other white boy.
Reeves,
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 Reeves.
yeah.
Austin
Reeves.
Reeves. Other than that, you don't have anybody else that's even worth mentioning for
The
a
young
trade
dude,
piece.
the young shooter, the young forward. What's the kid that they traded and then they had to bring him back? They traded him to Charlotte for the big
Connect.
right.
Yeah.
Dalton
Dalton
Connect.
Connect.
Now
Yeah,
Connect always
Yeah.
been there, but the problem is with Connect, the Lakers doesn't all the way believe in him yet because he has to show growth. That was the reports that I read and saw
Mm,
on
Yeah, he showed
podcasts.
growth in that that
Yeah,
first
but the
season. He
problem was he
surprised
played a
everybody.
couple of games, and they said that it wasn't enough for them to give him some type of even a large role past 7 minutes a game. But it
Mm-hmm.
was a couple of games that he played a lot, but they said that he also digressed. And I don't
mm,
know what kind of what's the thing? I don't understand what type of coaching system they have for them young kids. It's just for me. If I'm the Lakers, I will do something unpopular. I would say, LeBron, look, man, where you want to go? Because I already know you have a no trade clause. Obviously, the relationship is not there. And at the end of the day, you got to think about it. And I pass the ball to you guys. It's new ownership. New
mm.
yeah,
ownership.
that too.
Yeah.
They might not.
Yeah.
They might not want to say like, I want to be in bed with LeBron and them, and he's telling me how to run my franchise. It's new ownership now
But
coming in.
but
So I'll let my plane there.
with all of these napkins and tablecloth, who's gonna want to pick up $53 million?
Right.
You know how many guys you got to unload to take on $53 million?
And Dom, teams don't. They said the word around the block. Teams is not really to try to like get rid of their core because you know
Right.
you're only probably on a 1 year rental with LeBron.
Mm, mm-hmm.
That's a lot of
I
money,
wonder
guys.
why.
$53 million. That
The
would
only
be at
way I see
least
the Knicks doing it if
Ugh.
they don't want to pay
no.
Carl Towns
Oh
that
my
next
God!
big
Please mute
contract.
this guy. Please mute this guy.
Stop
No,
it.
they ain't doing
No,
that.
no. Let
Yo,
Steve talk.
So,
Let him cook. Go ahead,
yeah,
Steve.
yo,
Keep talking.
let him cook, man. Leave
yo,
that
who
man
invited
alone.
this guy? Who invited this guy?
I did.
Stop
That's
it.
my buddy, man. You know
Get
what's
Good
him
job,
funny
out of
Dom.
here.
is
Yo,
Bishop.
Good
Rel,
job,
All of
Dom.
Get
his
him
teams,
out of here.
yo,
his
Rel.
I'm
teams.
not
Hey,
saying
Steve, keep
yo.
I'm
talking,
not
bro.
trying to say trade Carl
Look,
Towns.
Let's get,
I'm telling you what
yo,
they saying.
Rel.
look.
This is the
Here's the
this is
weird
the
thing,
bishop.
Bishop.
I got throw up in
Every
my mouth, man.
every one of
Mm.
Like, yo,
I, you
you
didn't hear what
can't
I
you
said
come in
Leave this
earlier.
man
slamming
alone.
doors,
Leave
You
this
knocking
didn't hear
man
what
stuff
I
alone.
said,
over.
Bishop.
Super
I don't
pause,
know
man.
how I'm friends with this guy. He got USC in the Big Ten, I
Yeah,
went to Penn State.
Leave
He's
this
a
man
fucking
alone,
Duke
man.
fan. I went to U. How am I friends with this guy? And he's an Eagles fan.
You love me, Dom.
Wow,
I bet.
wow, wow.
Leave this man alone, man. Let him
This is
live,
and,
4 years
man.
in the
and he
making,
said
That's
it.
my
Dom.
that's my
There's
boy.
nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with
He said it,
Steve.
That's
and he
my
Listen,
said
boy.
it.
he
Dom
I
been
took.
know.
Dom been
Uh
dealing with me
oh.
for 4 years now.
See, I know. I know why Ronan defended him. I know why Ronan defended him. He an anti-LeBron. He just gave an
Oh, he is.
anti-LeBron. So
Anti-narcissist. That's what I am, yo.
you
Mm.
speaking Ronan's language there. It's like
No, he's speaking the
Be
truth, man.
careful.
I'm just
I mean,
anti-narcissist, man.
yeah. I mean, but
Jesus.
real shit. The Lakers want to get up off of that check. They don't want. They don't give a fuck about LeBron. You
they
know what I'm saying?
stuck.
It's that 50 mil that they can't. They
They
can't
stuck.
service Luca because they already now they want Luca to be the future. You
They
know,
stuck.
and you can't be the future when you got LeBron still kind of point forward in the ball. You know what I'm saying? So
They
you know,
stuck. They
yeah,
stuck.
right, right.
They stuck. So they got two problems. Number one, they can't get rid of LeBron,
Hmm.
and number two, you still don't really trust Luca because
Right.
Mm,
Mm.
he's got
We
mm.
he's
ain't
got a
talk about
lot.
that.
He's got a lot of what people don't realize. Luca's got a lot of wear and tear on his body. He's been
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
professional ball since
Hmm.
16. That's a
Mm.
lot of mileage on his body. So he ain't the average, whatever,
Hmm.
if he 30 or whatever, that ain't the average. He ain't got the average NBA life. He's
Nah.
like breaking down. It's like that's why Dallas partly was like,
Mm.
we don't want
He
to
don't
invest
look
that kind
like
of money.
it. Like saying he ain't got no vegetables in his diet. You know what I'm saying? No greenery.
Mm.
You know what I'm
He's
saying? That nigga
constantly having,
ate,
yeah,
love beer. You know what I'm saying? Like Coke 45 though. Like really? Like come on, bro.
constantly with calf issues. That's the precursor for Achilles stuff. He
And
always
you
got
want
some
every
kind of.
call in the book. Like you want the refs to call everything. If somebody blow, you know what I'm saying? Somebody look at you funny. You want somebody to get a check and
Yeah,
get kicked out the
Mm.
game.
you're
To
not that
to
type of player. You're not
to
that type of player.
Bishop's point, does he look like he's 26?
No,
No.
No.
no,
Mm.
no. No, vegetables, keratin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that healthy. He don't look like a average basketball player. Like he looked like a rec gym cat. He looked like a YMCA cat. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Coming in, bust everybody ass. You know what I'm saying? Go back home.
Now go to the cooler,
Eat.
drink a few beers,
That's
and
it.
then go
Right, just
home.
like that.
Right in
Just
the
like
right in
that.
the parking lot. Right in the parking
Just
lot.
like that. And just
Uh,
and the Lakers saw enough of him half of that season last year to be like, oh damn, we fucked up. Like, oh shit.
mm.
You know,
It's
like
a circus attraction. It's a circus attraction for
right,
LA. It's a
right,
circus
right.
attraction. They gonna sell tickets because they can say we got Luca, we got
Mm.
LeBron. They can sell tickets. That's what LA is. The show. It's the show, the greatest show on earth.
It ain't that
And
great. It ain't that great because you're not winning no championships. It ain't that great.
Not
it ain't great.
not not in the West.
Nah, the West.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
Not in the West.
you
You
can't
gotta
That's a
get
compete
through.
with
You
West.
Philly.
gotta get through OKC. You gotta get through Houston. You gotta get through half them damn teams that just got better over the past couple of months.
Mm.
Right, right.
Houston
Especially
surprised
Houston,
me. Houston surprised me because they pretty much
and they was
threw the
already good.
gauntlet down,
Yeah.
and said, "Yo, this dude is not that dude.
Right,
He's not that
right,
dude. Green is not that dude." And I'm like, "Wow!" Like, so they had to have seen stuff, that we as fans don't know,
Hmm.
because it's just like,
Right, right,
like they just, yo, close the store, turn the lights off, turn the
right.
water off. This business is done. He's out of here.
May I ask
Like,
you a question, bro? You make great points. Do you respect it that they didn't wait and babysit the thing, that they took the opportunity to get something out of it by trading him?
yeah, I think what they realize is he's not that guy.
Yeah,
right,
He's never gonna be that guy.
yeah.
He's satisfied with people just talking about him sometimes being able to deliver, but when it
right,
counts, he wants no parts of it. Last
right.
year in the playoffs, I'm like, it's ridiculous. Like when they played OKC,
Hmm.
and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, you the prototypical anti OKC guy. You athletic, you can shoot, you somewhat defend. You could get after it when you want to. He
Single
wanted
digits,
no
bro.
parts of it. He wanted no
Single digits. He
parts of
killed
it.
my parlays. Single
No
digits.
parts of it. No parts of
Mm.
it. You the main. You're supposed to be the main guy, and you scoring 10 points and taking
Mm-hmm.
like 8 shots. That's
Right.
Right.
crazy.
Right.
So
Yeah,
they got up
he
off
was
him. Yeah.
weird because one day he'll score 37 and the next day he'll score 8.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
That
what was
was
Messed
strange
me
about
up.
Green.
I could have won
that was the
1,500.
Dre effect. That was the Dre effect.
But
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, it
but
is the Dre effect. It is. It
but
is.
I was just
he
saying, man, it was the
no
Dre effect.
he
Messing my
was he
parlays
was
up, messing with her.
90% with the milfs though. He ain't playing.
oh gosh. We're going unhinged early, ain't we?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
It's like
Is it
Uh,
true?
yo
Let me ask you
between
about that. Let me ask you about that situation. Is it true? I mean, I saw reports that part of the reason why he got shipped off to Phoenix because the coach was fucking with
Oh,
Dre, right?
yeah.
I heard something to
I
that
heard
extent,
that too.
Steve. I heard that.
What?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the coach
M.A.?
was. Yeah, yeah, he
Yeah.
was texting her. He was texting her. There's text back and forth. So yeah,
Yo, M.A. out here doing
he
Dude's
out
a
here
hoe,
doing
man.
dirty.
M.A.
He
doing the
playing
Boston
dirty.
out here.
it's
Fine.
an
He
evil
out here.
world, man. It's an evil
He
world, bro.
smacking up everything that moves.
This guy's
Yo,
out of
I'm not even
control.
mad
Every
with it though.
watch
I'm not
your
even mad with
shorty.
it.
The head coach is wilding.
He doing the
I'm not
Derek
even mad
Fisher.
with it.
He doing the Derek Fisher.
Exactly.
Remember when
Yep.
Oh
Derek
M.A.,
Fisher
man.
M.A., what you
was
say,
in New
baby?
York?
He pissing you off? Jalen, you sit in the fourth quarter.
Right. Right. Right.
Like,
Yeah,
yo,
but
what you want with this fucking straight haired, soft ass nigga? Looking like
But but
Kimo Sabe or
when you look at that
wow.
trade though, when you look
Mhm.
at it, it's like saying Houston better hit pay dirt next year. You
Of
think
Yeah.
they're
course.
actually in the
Yeah.
position to hit pay dirt next year?
Yes.
No.
You
Yes.
I'm
know,
No.
asking.
that's a
I'm
good
just
question.
asking.
Yes.
That's a good
No.
question.
Yes.
Too
Yeah.
Yes.
many teams out there, B. Yeah,
Uh,
okay. So, Don, when you talking about pay dirt, you talking about win or
Yeah.
win it
Yeah. They
all?
got to win it all.
they
Okay,
got a
yeah,
good
nah, that's
chance.
not gonna happen.
They got a pretty good damn chance because now you got
Mm.
Emin Thompson. He got a year under his belt.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
He
whoa, whoa. My bad, brother. Emmett,
Hey,
like,
he's a baller.
he can
okay, but
guard.
can he shoot? Like, so what was
He's
he
got.
shooting this year,
I'm
and
saying
what are you gonna shoot next year?
he's got a year under his belt. He's got a year under his belt. He's going to
Right.
be a
What?
whole lot better. And then when you bring in somebody who can pretty much raise the bar of the offense, because that big is already like a problem. Now they don't have the teams are not going to be able to hone in on him or focus on him because they got another problem that they got to focus on. So these guys are going to be eating. It's going to be
Yeah,
so easy for them to eat.
yeah.
Mm.
It's a
What
Agree,
is a
bro.
man
Yep.
Thompson gonna shoot? What did
Thompson
he
gonna be a
shoot this
beast.
year?
He shot
What is he gonna shoot
52%.
next?
He shot
yeah.
55% from the field,
Right.
28 from three. The reason I
Got right.
asked, guys, is because I kind of sort of put the Rockets in the position the Knicks are in. If you're gonna do A, if you're gonna do B, and you did A last year, then you better be aiming for an A plus this year. Remember, guys, the Rockets were the second seed in the Western Conference.
Okay.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Okay.
Now we
Yes,
Right.
can
sir.
we can
Right.
pick and choose what players we like, don't like, who the coach was cheating on, whatever the case may be. But you
Still
was
want
a
my dollar,
second
dog.
seed. You was a second seed, and now you bankrolled this for a 36 going on 37-year-old guy. You traded away your youth, and this got to be
Mm-hmm.
it, guys. I mean,
Right.
what
Let
else?
Right.
me.
Where else can you go? You can't tell me that these like the Knicks. You can't tell me
Mm.
Rels and Av. I mean, Rels, Steve, and Craig got you this far, but next year all of this shit and shucking and jiving, we're going to be a third seed. No, I don't give a shit what conference they're in. This is what you bankroll for, didn't you?
Hey, Don, let me
Mm.
ask you a question about that. The three teams in Texas, this is like the first time I can remember where all three teams are pretty much damn near playoff bound,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
What
Mm.
I mean,
Texas?
normally,
In Texas.
normally when San Antonio was good, Houston sucked. When Houston was good, San Antonio sucked. And then you throw Dallas in there. They had a couple of ins and outs
Hmm.
with the Harper
Dallas.
days and the Blackman and the championship. You're right, Steve. This could be the first time since who knows when
Mm.
Well,
that all three
I did
teams
that
in
last time. They
Texas.
was. I not to cut you off. I think the last time it was good when Dallas had Dirk, Houston had McGrady, and the Spurs were the Spurs.
But the Rockets never got out the first round
Right, right, right,
in those
Dallas,
years, not the Elijah one,
right,
Drexler years.
Right.
When
right.
they had
Dallas is gonna
McGrady and
suck.
Yao, they never got out the first round.
Let me
Dallas is gonna
welcome. Well, let me
suck this
welcome
season.
Shamik to the show. Thanks for being here, brother. Hope all is well.
Damn,
What's good? Thank
it's
you.
like I'm
What's
having
going
a
on?
family reunion. Rel,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Steve,
Right.
Craig. Damn.
Dallas is gonna suck this year.
Whoa. Who? Dallas?
Right.
You said Dallas, Bishop?
Yes, the Dallas Mavericks. They got suck this year.
Not
Hmm.
my boy
Ah.
Cooper Flag. Not my
Yeah,
adopted
you got.
son.
Oh, here
Yeah,
we
That's
you
on
go
got.
with
TV
that
right
Duke
now.
shit.
Oh, here
You
we
got.
go.
My
Oh,
You
son's
here
got
on
we
TV
go
two.
with
right
Wait.
now.
this.
So
I'm a
yeah,
proud
yeah,
daddy.
yeah. We'll welcome you back when you not smiling and you sitting there with the perplexed look on your face, wondering what went
I ain't
wrong.
going in.
Cause
I ain't
you
going
got
in.
You
you
ain't
got
right, Bishop.
look. This
Going
what you got
in.
at Dallas. You got two Duke players trying to lead Dallas. Like what Duke players have ever done anything besides Grant Hill in the league? Nothing.
Kyrie
Kyrie
won a
You got
Irving?
chip.
you got
Kyrie won a chip.
Kyrie
What
Kyrie.
Irving?
happened?
Kyrie didn't win that chip until LeBron. So stop it.
Kyrie
I'm
had to
just
hit the
saying.
shot
He
and then take
he
over the next game after that for them to win.
Well, you got
well,
two
what I'm
players
saying,
trying
Bishop,
to
is
lead.
at least Kyrie
Yes,
wasn't
yes.
like, to be honest,
A
your
bust.
average Dookie,
Right. Yes,
except
that's
Grant
correct.
No, he
Hill,
wasn't.
maybe
Right.
Christian Laettner had a little run.
Christian Layton had a cup of coffee and
Right.
then he was gone.
But for the most part, you're right.
I agree with that.
Most Duke players come in the league and they shit the bed.
They
Not all
flop.
the time.
No, I
Well,
didn't
we
say
talking about
all
this.
the time, Brels. I
Hold
didn't
on.
say all the
Half the
time.
NBA's Duke players. That's good. Let's not do
What?
that. Let's
What?
not do that.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Derek
Huh?
I
Live,
don't,
NBA.
Derek
I don't know if I
Lively.
agree with
Let's
that.
not do
Yeah,
that.
let's not
What?
even. Yeah,
He's
let's
talking
not
about
go
look,
down this
I know
road.
I know
They've
what he
had a
What
talking
you
few
about.
good
doing?
players.
I
Come
got
He talking
on.
about
haymakers for the Duke players.
he talking about
Hold on.
Shane Battier. He talking about Shane Battier and Elton Brand. Get out of
Who's your
here with that.
team? You sound like a scorned ex-girlfriend. Who's your team?
Huh? I'm a
Who's your
UNC
basketball
fan.
college team?
I'm a UNC fan. I'm a
UNC.
You,
UNC fan.
We
you should know then. Your last good play you guys had was
What?
OJ
Hold
Mayo
on.
and Nick Young.
What measure are y'all? What kind of measure are y'all taking on these Duke players? We're not talking all stars. We're talking about good careers. Like, what's the measurement
No,
on?
I'm
Mm.
talking about
mm.
Or
coming
the
in
Hall
and
of
moving the
Famers
bar.
Kyrie.
Coming in and moving the bar in the NBA. All of those Duke players, most of them are not NBA caliber. Like they come in. Shane Battier had a journeyman's career. Grant
Yeah.
Hill, Kyrie Irving are the only ones that really have made like their mark on the league. Everybody else has been like a flop or just journeyman. That's it. Like
Mm.
Carlos Boozer, Elton Brand,
Boozer wasn't a
Shane
flop.
Battier.
Boozer has a
Boozer,
yeah.
Boozer
He had
was
a
you
an
talking
he
about
had a
he
he
was on
all-star.
the
had a
Olympic team.
Boozer,
yeah.
He was
Boozer,
on
nah,
he
Boozer
was
was
on the
okay
Olympic
in
team.
he was okay in Utah, and then he got out of Utah and he was garbage. He
He
was
was garbage in
garbage.
Chicago.
He was garbage.
I gotta pour me
That,
another drink. I,
yeah.
I gotta pour me another drink. I gotta pour me another drink.
Boozer was on
Damn.
the Redeem team.
See, Rels don't understand the logistics. And nothing against Duke, not because of UNC, but he don't understand it's easy if you're a Duke fan and you live in, if I'm not mistaken, Rels lives somewhere in New York. He don't understand the geographics and the
North
hatred that
Carolina.
we have for one another. So
Mm.
he's an outsider. I'm not telling you who to root for, but I'm just saying it's a different ball game when you actually live in the state of North Carolina. And again, I went to UNC. This clown likes Duke. I don't know why we're friends, but again, he lives in New York, so
Hey,
he
hey,
don't get to see the
I got some people
ACC.
down in North Carolina. Hey, I would say this. I would say this. I would say this. Blech, maybe one of you. I would say this. I want to say about my daughter's about to be 15. I say about 13 years ago. Me and my friends went to North Carolina to visit my cousin. He lived in Chapel Hill. When I went to UNC campus, 'cause I've been to Duke campus a couple of times. When I went to UNC campus, not gonna lie, it looked like Emerald City. I'm like, wow, this shit's nice. We went to some bar, right? Went to some hip hop bar, and I met Rasheed Wallace. It was Rasheed Wallace. It was another guy that played on UNCT. I just can't think of his name. And one of the brothers that's in the cause my cousin's in the fraternity. And I said, "Yo, that's Rasheed Wallace," because I know I was smacked. He said, "Yeah." I said, "Yo," he said, "All the players come here. Vince Carter, all of them." I said, "You guys don't like bother these motherfuckers? Like get autographs?" They're like, "Nah." He said like down here we don't really mess with them too much because every now and then we might say hey let's get a picture, but they always here like he said any UNC star you think of always come back home and just chill
Yeah.
and chill amongst the
Mm.
locals.
You
I
know
like
what's the
that. I think that's
weirdest?
dope.
You
I
know
like
what's
that.
the weirdest thing is
Rashad
though?
McCants.
You got the two
Mm.
greatest players. You got the two greatest
Except for
players in
him.
two separate sports that went to UNC, and they went to UNC at the same time. Lawrence
Jordan
Taylor
and LT.
and Michael Jordan.
Oh shit!
Mm.
Lawrence Taylor went to UNC.
They was there.
Yeah.
They were there the
Oh
same
wow, I didn't
years.
know that.
Okay.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor went to UNC, and so did I think Jordan came in on the ass end of Taylor's career
Taylor's. Hmm.
Mm.
because they
Okay,
you let these
I never
guys
knew
tell
that.
you
That's
stories, man.
crazy.
Lawrence Taylor was out of control in college.
Mm.
He was just
He
out of
was a
That's
grown
control.
man.
Yeah, there was guys that were afraid to be around him. They have, and of course, Jordan was that, meek, mild. There was like two different people, but ended up becoming two of the greatest players in each sport.
mm.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's a difference. If you lived here, Rel, you would like me and Bishop. We get to see the ACC all year, and that's probably the
Yeah,
best conference in basketball.
I agree.
So, and then again, there's the hatred of Duke and North Carolina, and
Yeah, I was
Of
just
course.
I was I
Yeah.
was just I was just at UNC today. I
get
was
out
just
of
at the
Okay.
here.
Dean Smith Center. Yeah, yeah. So my son plays basketball, and he was at a camp there for the whole week.
Well, that's
So I
Nice.
was
respect,
up
bro.
there. I
Nice.
was up there today, and they played like a championship game, and they had Kenny Smith. It's Kenny Smith's camp, so he
Whew.
was he was moderating the game, and that's why you said Duke, and my skin just curls, man.
Well,
Ah,
listen. I understand, but the more I be on these shows, the more I get close with you. Don't worry. I come chop it up with you. I bring a bottle,
No
and
doubt,
I
no
have
Hey,
doubt.
hey,
I have a Duke jersey ready for you, baby.
Nah, that's a negative. That's a negative.
let's let's do
listen.
some
Yo,
moving
we
on.
definitely got bet this season, and you gotta wear a Duke jersey. Like my
Oh
son
my
playing on
God.
TV right
oh,
now. My son
dang.
triple flag.
God damn. God damn.
Oh,
Jesus.
I got to check
Jesus.
Yeah,
out our squad first.
Can I say
Jesus.
something?
Woo!
Uh oh.
Bishop is never gonna wear a Duke jersey,
That's not
man.
gonna happen. Now
No,
you got that
he
right.
not happening.
Cooper
Not
Nah.
Flag.
You got
happening.
a better
Cooper.
chance of Optimus Prime showing up in Times Square before that Bishop puts on a
Hey,
Duke jersey.
wait a minute.
That ain't
I
gonna
got.
happen, yo.
We didn't let Ronan chime in on the LeBron. He
Oh
I
ain't
had to.
damn.
there.
he said
He made all the valid points.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I did.
There's nothing to chime in.
What he said.
you didn't see the thumbs up that Ronan was putting up on the screen while he
No,
was talking.
no.
I was dropping that knowledge. Y'all
Listen.
all agree. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know the
Listen.
play. Y'all
Listen.
all smart gentlemen. Come
Let's
on
get
now.
into this Phoenix Suns blessing this guy Devin Booker with a 2-year extension worth 145 million.
Well
I
deserved.
That's crazy.
He
that's
deserves
insane.
more. He
That's
What?
deserves more.
Who is this
crazy.
guy?
I know. We
Who
got
is
to get
this
him out
guy?
of here.
He deserves
Crazy.
more.
That's
Why?
crazy.
I
Let
I
me
stand
hear.
mean,
on
I
that.
want to hear this reasoning. I want to hear this reasoning. Why, sir? Please break this down for me. Make me understand.
All right. This is the reason why. That Phoenix Suns been a shit organization ever since he's been drafted. What he's been doing, he's appealing to the
huh?
community.
Okay.
He doesn't get any trouble. He doesn't get any drama. He's your only All Star consistently since Charles Barkley. Okay, you try to put a team around him, which is poorly constructed. Like I kind of get where you're trying to go, having Durant, him, and Bill, but that was dumb because you should have got yourself a point guard instead of getting Bradley Bill because you already got two right? Then you get rid of Durant. Cool. Then half your team is gone. It's a total rebuild. He could be out, but he doesn't want to be out enjoying these super teams, which thank God, thank the holy God, there's something called the second apron. I'm a big fan of the second apron because I'm a 90s basketball head. I'm sick of these super teams. I want these teams to be responsible of developing players and do what the like how OKC is doing, how the Pacers doing. That's real basketball, not this cheat code of 3 stars and a bunch of nobodies, and you're hoping to make it far. Li, it shows you that doesn't get anywhere, right? But with Booker, if you're not going to move him, he's not going to ask out, and he's doing things the right way. Let him get his money because at the end of the day, you fail as an organization to put players around him. I'm sorry.
How much did he get? R?
2 years.
145 for 3 years, something like that. 2 years.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
God
average.
dang.
It's
Average
average.
$72 million. That the most in
Oh hell
basketball
no,
NBA basketball
hell
history.
no,
I
hell
don't think he
no.
deserves it. I'm
Yo,
sorry. I'm sorry.
yo,
That was a
yo.
No.
great. That was a
And
great
but hold on, but you also gotta look at the market too. He
72
Okay.
could have got
million
more.
Rels.
His
72
agent is
million.
great. You gotta go by the market.
Come on, there ain't no
Yo,
market. That's got to be the top of the market. That's like saying nobody can make more than that, or
yo,
Yeah,
nobody's
Oh,
better than
oh.
that.
yo,
I'm
If
not.
dude.
you
I'm not
give,
debating what you're saying. I'm saying $72 million. That means
don't get me wrong. Of course, it's crazy. I think we all get here and say it, but that's that world. That's the
It's
NBA
only
world.
2 years, bro.
$72 million
It ain't the
dollars.
end. Bro. It's only 2 years. It ain't the
Yo,
end.
yeah, but that's still.
yo.
Why is it?
I
Why
didn't
is
know
it?
it was.
Why is
I'm
it? Why is it crazy when Tatum and Brown and SGA just got close to that?
As you
mm-hmm.
see,
close,
SGA had a
close,
basketball
but not
year that
72.
hasn't been seen in ever. You're the Finals MVP. You're the Western Conference MVP. You're the MVP. You're the scoring
Regular
champ.
season.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's
But
the
I don't even
beginning of the
think they're
end.
making 72 million, Craig.
That's the
Not
They're
to
beginning
making.
of the
They're
end for
independent.
making. They're
OKC
making.
though.
They're making. They're making close to it. This
Yeah,
beats what SGA just signed for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, yeah,
Remember Brown signed. I think his was 60 something plus million.
right.
There's certain
Yeah,
parameters you have to get to reach a cap to get paid. So the reason why the brother's probably saying is he earned it is because he qualified to even get that amount. There's
yeah.
certain extensions where if you don't have
right.
certain certain achievements, then boom. But the thing that makes it look bad is yeah, you got Kevin Durant and you had Bradley Beal and you didn't even make the playoffs.
They
Mm.
make the playoffs.
Like forget about losing in the first round. You didn't make it to the playoffs.
Mm.
But the reality of it when you look at it, which is why you can't just judge every player by winning, is that he was playing with two bums that was hurt the entire
Yep.
season. But
Yep.
if
Yep.
you look at Devin Booker, who's a better two guard in the NBA than him?
Nobody.
That can play point guard, that can dribble, that can shoot, that
Can he
shoots
really play
threes,
point guard? Can
that
he really
doesn't
play
quit,
point?
that
Can he
shows
really
up.
play point?
He can play. He can play functional. He's
I
probably a
just don't
better
want him doing that.
definition. He's a
Right.
better
He look
definition of a
uncomfortable.
combo guard than what most people call combo guards to be.
Yeah,
And if you
I,
look at his stats when he played point guard, he averaged more than 5 assists. Not that that solely makes you a point guard, but
right.
he can function. Devin
Oh,
Booker is the one
you can run
player.
the team.
Devin
That's
Booker is the
running a
one player
team
that I
stats
wanted the
right
Knicks
there.
to get more than anybody
Mm-hmm.
because he
Yeah,
is exactly what we need. Somebody can get anywhere on the court, hit threes, is a dog, doesn't miss games, and knows how to win.
as
Devin
long as
Booker
he
went to
as
the
long as he's
I,
finals. They
not
just
playing against
Devin
Luca. As
Booker
long
went
as
to the
he's
actually,
not playing
finals. They just
against Luca.
lost.
As long as he's
actually,
not playing against Luca, because Luca suns him.
if
As
I'm
long
not
as he's not playing
mistaken,
against Luca.
if I'm not
Luka's terrible.
mistaken, he played the second most minutes per game behind Mikal Bridges.
It's something like that. Yeah, he's a dog.
I think he
He
was
had
second
to
in
though.
minutes played.
He damn sure had to though.
Yeah, I
Like
think he did.
because the mother cats was in the infirmary. You know what I'm saying, sipping Kool Aid.
Yeah,
You know what
but
I'm
There's
saying?
no
He
there's no
had
better
to
two
play
guard
them.
in the NBA than him,
nah,
and
yeah,
it's
but
not even close.
let's put it in
That
context.
ain't no lie. That ain't no
Every
lie.
every time they played against a Luca team, Luca sunned him all the time, getting them, working them out, calling them out,
They're
everything.
working
So
them
it's
out.
like, yeah, calling them out, just everything.
Mm.
And this was in Phoenix, out of Phoenix, wherever they play. It's just like, yo, you can't guard me. And so I attribute it to the light skinned dude in the NBA getting the money. That's it. Because
He ain't that bad.
if you
He's that
start, I'm
damn.
not
You
saying
killed
he
him
ain't
right
that
now.
bad. I'm not saying he that bad, but consistently, Luka is sunning him from the Dallas days, from the playoffs, sunning him. And what somebody mentioned OKC, that SGA contract is the beginning of the end for them
Mm.
because they got to pay.
They just did.
Oh, hold
They
No,
on.
no,
They
they,
paid J Dub and they paid Chet.
Chet.
They
Eight
Chet
hundred
Chet
and
Yeah, they
twenty
Chet
two
just
just
did
million
it.
signed.
Yeah.
dollars combined.
It's
Chet
to the
signed,
tune.
but hold on. This cause I was reading upon this on our podcast for Knicks
Mhm.
World. With the OKC, they're in a great situation. They're not like the rest of the teams in the league. Okay, for one, OKC signed SGA. They have enough
Uh-huh.
money. They signed SGA, Chet Holmgren, and J Dub. They have 14 first round picks They have
Yeah,
17 second round picks. Don't you know the players on a bench? It's like three players on their bench right now that actually could start on any NBA team.
Yeah, but you
They
overpaid for Hartenstein, and now you got to pay
but
some
no,
of
no,
these
but
guys.
no. I'm a finance
they
major. Let me
gonna
tell you,
trade his ass
that's a
away.
discount because with the NBA contract, it went up. Excuse me, not the NBA contract. What the teams get, they went up 7%. So that $55 million that he got is like having giving somebody only $5 million a year. That ain't nothing. Even if they let Hartenstein go, Dort is the only one that's gonna get out of here because they got 14 first round picks. So next first round, you're
Mm.
gonna see them get rid of players. They signed Homeboy that was the first
They had
round
the
pick
best
this year.
situation. They
They
had the best
have the
situation.
best financial
They had the best
situation
situation out of any
all the
franchise.
NBA.
They
Nah,
had.
it's a
And
He's
hold
right.
small.
on, hold on. But the beautiful part is they not even so much over the first apron. Like if you know understand the aprons, that's a big deal. You able to sign SGA who they had his bird rights. That's a big deal. So you go always sign your player over any max that you have their bird rights. They got J Dub bird rights. They got Chet Holmes bird rights, and they hopped in and signed a rookie max deals, which is a big plus. That's why they was able to save money. And Shea was able also to leave money on the table. People don't talk about that. He could have got an extra $100 million. So they doing great work down there.
It's a small market.
Yo, they
Yo,
Mm.
they had the
what you
yeah.
looking
So
at?
he's right, man.
It's a
He
small
has
market
they
team.
had the best situation, and good for them because
Yes.
all this heat about small market bullshit,
Mm.
big city, and all that. I'm
Yup,
glad
he
that they
showed
actually
everybody
pulled
how
it
to
together.
do it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like for years, we always thought, oh, these players are going to go to the big markets and the small markets. They proved that shit wrong. They
Mm.
got
Mm.
stocked up on all these draft picks. And think about it from a legacy perspective. We was always looking at Westbrook, Ibaka,
Mm-hmm.
Harden. Those
Mm-hmm.
guys were
Right.
supposed to be what these
Yeah.
dudes are doing now. They pulled it off.
Right.
Mm.
So how
They
much?
lost to Dallas, came back, had all these draft picks. They really didn't had no business winning the championship, and they still went out and won one. And the young, like the second youngest team since what, Portland in the '70s or
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
72.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is crazy,
So
man.
so in other words, you're
Great
saying that
situation.
because they got those three guys that they just signed,
hmm
and they got all of these draft picks,
hmm
the other 12 guys don't really matter because they got the draft picks.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying
Nah.
is,
And
no,
and
just
you got
no, no, follow. Just follow me. Just follow me. You signed your big three, right? Your modern day big three that's under contract, right? Favorable contracts. Okay.
Coming off a
The
championship, we gotta put that
right,
in there. Coming off a
right.
championship.
so
Right.
how much
The
did you
other
sign?
hold on.
How
The
much
other
did you
players
sign
on their
Chet for?
team, the only one they're gonna let off is Lou Dort, and that's fine. You could let Lou Dort go because the other
No, you
guy, what's his
can't.
name, Casey Wallace, is
No,
better
you
than Lou
can't.
Dort.
No, you
Okay,
can't.
so it doesn't matter. With that team, this is what I'm saying. With that team and that organization, not only proved that a small market team, like my brother said right here, the small market team showed everybody that you could do
Showed
it
them
in small
all.
market and big market, right? Not only that, you know what they did better than anybody in the NBA? We are going to develop our players. So God forbid somebody gets hurt, I could put them in position. The problem is with my Knicks and everybody else, we want to be so veteran heavy, but you go against the Houston's, you go against the Pacers, where you run it, you doing running up and down. Have these teams get gas because they can't do that. What OKC did with their coaching staff, they built their team because they understand I'm not gonna get a LeBron. I'm not gonna get a Luca because it's hard to get somebody to come to a small market team where you're the only team in the goddamn town. What they
Yeah,
did was
but
very smart.
The Bishop Point, they don't have another Lou Dort.
But that's
Who
what
cares?
Lou
They
Dort,
won a
Lou Dort,
championship.
yeah,
Lou
This
Dort,
Wallace,
Okay,
yeah,
Lou
wait,
Dort.
no,
Wiggins.
no,
How
okay,
did
Let
they?
me
so
keep
I
How
don't
did they
going.
want,
win a
so I mean,
championship?
like
How did they win that?
again,
How did they win that?
you progressing as a team means we done won the championship, right? That championship is in the past. What we gonna do for the
No,
future?
No, that's right.
no.
So just one thing real quick. To Bishop's point, Holgroom, 5 years, 250 million.
Cheap.
That's a lot of damn money. You ain't got
Oh
That's
no,
nobody
no,
what
no,
to
I'm
no.
pay
saying.
that
Follow me.
That's
bill.
my
We
point.
Say
understand
the
that's a lot of
Well,
point.
money.
that's the point that's being made. It's you're gonna have to keep that the team that won this year
You're
is not
keeping
gonna
three
be
of
the
them
team
already.
next year.
You're keeping three of them already. You're keeping their three
And
key
that's
players
okay.
together already. And
Okay.
you're not gonna unask Hartenstein, whether you like him or not, ex Nick, took the money, whatever the case may be. He's locked in on a very friendly contract.
Right.
So they hit pay dirt with that. I'm not an Oklahoma City fan, guys. I still I'm still
But
old
we
enough.
all could just respect how they moved though.
I'm still old enough to remember how they
Right.
hoodwinked the NFL, how they hoodwinked the NBA, and how they hoodwinked Seattle with the help of fucking David Stern to get Seattle to get the
True.
Supersonics out of Seattle. I got to
Yeah.
get beyond that. I'm old enough now to say forgive and forget. But if y'all don't remember
I
Sonic
remember.
Gate, how they hoodwinked the people of Seattle, how what's the name was in on the fucking fix.
But Dom, that arena was old as fuck though, man. They had to
But that's the
reconstruct
thing.
it.
But that's the thing, Steve. If you follow this, guys, please, if you can, there is actually a documentary called Sonic Gate. They was in the process. The owner of Starbucks was going
Mhm.
to buy the team. They had plans to rebuild the state. I know what you're saying, Steve. The Cow Palace was shit. It was a shit show. Don't get me. But the plan was in place to move them out of there, to move forward. And here's the weird thing, guys, and I'm gonna let this go because I know it's shifting gears. But they had one of the greatest fan bases in the NBA in a shit show of a stadium, Steve. So when they moved them out of Seattle, I was like, well, how else can you step on somebody's throat in the NBA? Is this going to become commonplace
Well, that's business,
that a
Dom. I mean, if
successful
you,
team?
that, but Dom, that's business. I mean, if you're not going
I
to build an
understand.
arena,
Yes, I
you
do.
move.
But the thing is, Steve, they sold a bag of goods that weren't the bag of goods. And Davis, guys, trust me, I'm not going to dwell on this. Research Sonic Gate. It's a documentary about an hour and something minutes long. Watch it, and you'll see the ins and outs of what actually happened. What happened wasn't supposed to happen. Even when dude bought the team, he did like the Colts and snuck out at midnight. It's a
Yep.
long story, guys. And
Yep.
again, I'm old enough now to forgive and forget and all that good shit.
I agree with you,
But
Dom.
you're talking about a friend. And here's the thing: they was promised another franchise when Seattle got
That's true.
hoodwinked,
Yes.
and they still have not gotten a team. But meanwhile, you take fucking losing franchises like Charlotte, move Charlotte from Charlotte to New Orleans, and back to
Back to North
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
You take New
Yep.
Orleans, you put them in Utah, and all of this shit going on, and Seattle still don't have a team.
Yo, can I pick it back real quick, fellas, off that?
I'm
Check this
sorry,
out.
guys. I'm
No,
sorry.
no. Now, real quick, to pick it back off that, I don't know if you guys know, right? So I did this research. I had this bet with my friend. So don't you know with the Dallas Mavericks, right? Before they found out they had going to number one pick and all that stuff. So what Dom's point is, behind the scenes, all about business. So they traded Luca away. What came out? Cause I was stationed in Texas, so a lot of times I have a lot of ties in Texas. So what was going on is the Dumonts, everybody know, is on the casinos, but the casinos. They want to have the casino tied in with the arena, but they have to get the politicians and everybody else to sign off, so that way they could build the casino tied with the arena.
Right.
So things wasn't going their way. So they wanted the Mavericks to lose. They said the game plan was under NBA rules, if your team is like super bad, you able to have clause to move to a different state, which I didn't know. So I said, okay, that's one person saying it. Let me see somebody else. I read like 12 different reports that if you read the NBA guidelines, if your team is super bad, you're not winning games, then and then when you do that, then revenue drops because nobody's gonna come to the arenas. You are allowed to take that team to go to a different state, but when they got Cooper Flag, you're not losing like that because the fans base is going to go down to the Mavericks and be supportive because you got rid of Luca, which everybody was hurt by. Now we got somebody else. Remember, they was going to trade the number one over pick. Then they had to come out to make a statement that they wasn't going to trade the number one over pick because a lot of people in Texas know the game was in play where they're going to try to move the Mavericks out to a different state.
So
Business is crazy.
once again, you have this false sense of security about a rookie coming in that's gonna do something.
It's not
And
about that. It's
it's
all
like,
about sales
it's
and
like
revenue. I know I'm biased, but remove the hat. It's all about sales and revenue, and that put a hinge on their dreams because the team's not going to be shitty. If Kyrie comes back by playoff time, and AD it can at least give you 50 games, and the Dallas Mavericks have a good team when they all healthy.
if
Yeah, because Kyrie is he's done
Yeah,
next year,
but
dog.
D'Angelo Russell
Watch
I
could
for
think
come in
him
Kyrie
and
in
need
put
not
the
to
the
year
come
team.
back
before.
this year.
They got
Come
D'Angelo
back
Russell.
next.
He could hold it down till Kyrie get back. That's not a
Not
problem.
just
what?
that, y'all do know they signed Kyrie to an extension.
Yes,
Yep.
they did.
Mhm.
So he ain't got
And
no
he
reason
took
to
and
hurry
he
up and
took
come back.
less. And he
Right.
I
took
What?
less.
That
I
He
think
ain't
he'll
got
be
no
back. I
reason.
think he'll be back this year.
Yeah, he ain't got no reason to hurry up and come back. You got AD, who you know his history. He go,
Mr. Glass.
you
Yeah.
know his
Mr.
Too
history,
Glass.
close.
Mr.
and
Glass.
then you got a rookie coming in. It's like,
And you got D'Lo.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
I'm pulling for
Yo,
him though.
I'm down.
For
Close
I
the
some
see Nick
reason.
curtain. The
Nance
show
about,
is over.
oh man, we missed on D'Lo. I said, no,
He
we
said,
didn't.
"D-Lo, wow."
I got a soft spot for the great state of Texas. So I actually, pull for them to do good.
Mm.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we talking about Achilles. We talking about the Achilles.
Yeah, but I think when it happened with him, given the normal standard of recovery and I don't want to say the good thing, but the good thing of an injury like that with a lighter player,
Mhm.
like his size, his
Right,
physique, his
right.
weight, the likelihood of him recovering faster than, let's say, Carl Anthony Towns or Mr. Glass, Anthony Davis, is a little longer
Glass.
because of body makeup. I think I got a funny feeling he's going to play this year, guys. I got a funny feeling Dallas is going to be
Well,
in
I
the
definitely,
playoffs.
yeah, yeah. We
Hey
definitely
Dom, I got a
hoping
question.
he come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
But
Dom,
Steve.
got a question for you. What's worse right now, Achilles injuries in the NBA or Tommy Johns in baseball?
Oh
I think
Lord.
Achilles injury
That's
NBA.
another thing. We
Yeah.
don't talk enough baseball on this show. But
You
anyway,
know
that's
why,
a
Dom? I'm a
subject for
Yankees
another
fan,
day.
and I don't want to talk about them.
That's a subject for another day. But you're right, Steve. These guys, and we had this conversation once before, me, R, and a couple other
Mhm.
guys, how baseball has changed where everybody for an extended period of time, it's not as bad now. Remember, R, where everybody was concentrating on the junk gun. How fast is Steve's fastball?
Right.
How many times can Craig throw a 100-mile-per-hour fastball in what inning? But meanwhile, you had the team that had the
Hey,
best pitching staff in baseball, and none of them threw 85 miles an hour on Atlanta.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Dom, I gotta ask you. Let me ask all y'all. I don't know if y'all talked about this because I was with my old man, right? And when the Yankees were in Toronto, but we
Ooh,
turned off the Yankee game. You guys ever watched that Savannah Banana shit?
yeah.
That whole I actually enjoyed that shit more than MLB.
Great
Wait.
entertainment, Steve.
Wait. What?
Y'all
What?
never seen it? The
yeah, yeah.
Savannah
What we
Oh, you
Banana?
never
talking
seen
about?
it? You never
Nah.
seen it?
Nope.
Nah.
Oh, it's
It
What we
basically
talking
strictly
is
about? What we talking
it's
entertaining.
about?
kind of like Harlem Globetrotters
With
exhibition type of
baseball.
games, but
Oh,
they
really?
remixed the
Yeah.
rules for baseball. It's way more entertaining than MLB right now. Way
Yeah.
more.
Really?
Yeah. It's funny
I
as
gotta
I
shit
look that
like
up.
it a
online.
lot. I was watching when the Yankees were getting their ass beat last week in Toronto. Me and my old man said, "Now let's turn this shit off." We watched. We enjoyed the game because it was it's
I'm glad
goofy.
you
It's
turned it
really
off. I was getting pissed.
yeah,
You got you
it
got to
is
Google. You
it's
got to Google
entertaining.
it, R.
It's way
Okay.
better than MLB right now. Like I can
Yeah.
see why people are packing these NFL stadiums out. They packed out the Tampa Bay
What
Stadium.
Yeah.
What's it? Charlotte, Bank of America. They were just in Fenway last weekend. Packed that shit out to the week to the every
And it's
seat
called,
in
They're like a traveling road show, R.
it's like
Savannah
it's like Harlem
Bananas.
Globetrotters
Savannah
basically.
Banana. Yeah.
It's like they're a
Okay.
minor league
that sound
baseball
like
team.
that sound like
And
So
some
they
guess
drunk
what?
kind of
shit.
they're reshaping how baseball is played with the rules. They like if a fan catches a foul ball, it's an out. Like they make
Oh,
the
wow.
game go by faster. Like
Yeah.
Good.
the game has
Oh
a
shit.
time clock. Baseball traditionally does not have a time clock. They got a
Traditionally
time
doesn't.
clock for 2 hours. So it's either the game is over in 2 hours,
Hmm.
running clock like soccer, no stops, none of that shit,
Yep.
or nine
Wow.
innings. It's either or.
And
And they don't play these long innings. Like whoever gets the
Right.
most runs, like you can score one run at the top of the inning. If you get two runs in the bottom inning, inning's over. We're going on to the next inning. Love it.
Oh, wow.
yeah. And
I
guess
gotta
Okay,
what
check
Yeah.
so
that
color?
out.
so
And
do
you
they
Guess
do they
and
have a
take a
it's a
celebration
wild
point
take a
clock?
system.
wild take a wild guess, R. What color they wear?
Yo.
Don't don't tell me the pinstripes, dude.
No, they ain't no pinstripes.
So,
They are
Hey,
off
Savannah
the. I got
Banana.
I got to
Figure it
send you
out.
this shit, R.
It's
yo,
way
See,
better than MLB, yo. It's way better, yo. I'm
I'm
telling you.
looking
And
at
I
it
love
now.
It
baseball.
is.
Baseball's my first sport, but that shit way
right.
better than MLB
Do
right now.
They
baseball
are
Love
have
it.
the
very entertaining,
acceleration
R.
clock? Do baseball have the acceleration clock still?
They for pitches,
A
but
pitch
not
count
game
Oh,
clock.
and
pitches.
an inning
Okay.
switch. You got
Yeah,
I think
so they
2 minutes,
they play by a
2:20.
point system. They don't play by runs. They play by a point system. So
Right.
Mm.
whoever has the most runs in the inning gets a point, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game or by a certain point in the game wins. So the game could be over in 90
Oh.
minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
The game could
Okay.
literally be over by the sixth inning.
Wow.
Hey, remember the reason why they did all this? Because remember that one game? It was a couple seasons ago. It went down at 20 innings, and people didn't go to bed till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. They were like, "That's it. We told y'all."
Right.
All right, check your phone.
Yeah, I'm checking right now, but I want to see
And then
this.
your R, there's another
Yo.
thing. These people they do like these trick catches. Like dudes is doing backflips in the outfield on fly balls and catch it in the midair. This shit's crazy, yo.
I gotta check this
Dude,
out.
You gotta, you
a
gotta
ground
check this
ball.
out.
He'll get a ground ball, throw
Right.
it between his legs and get the guy out. This shit's crazy.
I gotta check that out for real.
It's the
One-handed
Harlem
catches without the
Globetrotters.
glove. Yeah, man, they're
Yeah.
doing backflips, trick
What?
catches. Catching your hand behind your back, catching the ball in a
Yeah, I
fly
gotta see that
ball.
shit. I gotta see that shit. Hell yeah.
Yo, that's
Is
why,
it Steve?
they
Steve,
went
is
to
it
DC.
scripted?
Say what?
Is it scripted?
Nah, you can't.
No,
Nah,
You
don't
no.
sound like it
It's
can't
is.
fake this shit. You
it's
can't fake
it's
this.
it's 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 it's
It's
it's I hate
exhibition.
to say this, it's strictly entertainment,
Right,
Right.
right.
but the way they're doing it with the rules
It's
and the
great.
pace of this shit is,
Yeah, it's
again, I
crazy.
always say this, guys, as much as I love baseball, baseball has always been baseball's worst enemy. Let's just keep it a
Mm,
buck. Whether it was the steroid era or any era, the shot clock era, the whatever, they've always been their own worst enemy. They can never
Facts.
get out their own way. But when you watch this crazy shit, you'll be thinking, why don't Major? Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not talking about doing backflips in the outfield, but the pace of the game and how
right.
the game is moving. Hey, I'm just saying, fellas,
So they could
you
take
gotta
some.
watch it.
They could take some aspects of the game and apply it.
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes, quite a
Okay.
few aspects are
Okay.
quite a
Okay.
few.
Gotcha.
Because guess
Cool.
what? The pitch thing with MLB, I think what is this? I like to say the number is like 17 to 18 minutes that we're saving in time in a baseball game with these new
Okay.
shot clocks.
Right.
So, what did we really truly accomplish? And these guys have learned to milk it. Matter of fact, tonight, without Stroman for the Yankees,
hmm
Homeboy got this down pack. Even though he can't get out his own way, for some reason,
Right.
I still have faith in this clown. But he's got this pitch count down. I've watched him all year. He'll get the ball, he'll go behind the mound,
Yep.
do a little shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. He's watching the clock. He's watching that clock.
Right.
Come 5 seconds left, he's on the rubber ready to throw. So, okay, he's meeting the standard of getting the
hmm
ball to home plate, but by this much. Again, 16, 17 minutes of time we're saving in a 9 inning game. Really, guys? Did
Nah,
we
I feel
really
you.
strike gold doing this shit?
Exactly.
Nah, not
Nah,
at
you
all.
didn't. You
Right.
didn't. You didn't.
Tom, well, last point, I'll be real quick because when the Yankees were playing the Athletics at Yankee Stadium about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, right
hmm
before the fourth, the sixth inning, I think, was an hour and 10 minutes long between the A's being at bat and the Yankees coming up at bat. That was the game. The Yankees had a big lead. They started to give it up, but the whole point is the inning was well over an hour. Where in this particular exhibition, no, I think I watched like 3 games, and at max it's been an hour and 25 minutes. The whole
The
entire
Mm.
whole
game.
game. The
Whole
whole
The
game.
game.
whole game.
But
The whole
again,
game.
Wow.
in
Wow.
baseball, guys, that's what I mean about this clock thing. It's really kind of hard to measure it in baseball because, like Steve just said, you get that one inning where both teams score 6, 7 runs in that inning.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't care what shot clock you're using.
No, it's not going to be
The game's still going to be about 4 hours long.
for sure. For
Let's just
sure.
keep it a buck. I mean, you could get the ball to home plate in 20 seconds, but if it's getting knocked around the ballpark every 20 seconds, how much time are you really saving?
None.
Yeah,
None.
it's weird. I give baseball E for
Technically,
effort.
the running time of this broadcast tonight is longer than the baseball game they play.
How long we been on? Yeah,
I
about an
think for
hour and
about an hour
30
and a
minutes.
half. Exactly.
Yeah, yep. You
Let
gotta
me.
just go on YouTube, Art. Don't try to watch a whole game show.
Nah.
Just
Uh-oh.
go on
I'm
YouTube.
gonna definitely check it out on YouTube for sure after
Uh-oh.
this
Ooh.
is
Uh-oh.
over.
You said an hour and a half. Oh, is about to go drink
Oh
his
yeah, he's going to
Metamucil.
bed, Bishop.
He's about to
No.
go drink
No.
his
No.
Metamucil
No.
and go to
No.
bed.
No.
I
No.
know he
That's not
wants to get to
true.
this unhinged shit.
That's
Yeah, I
not
knew that.
true. There you go. I'm gonna get in trouble today. I'm gonna get
Oh,
in
he be on
trouble.
the
Hang
blue
on.
chews too, Dom?
I'm.
Huh?
He be on them blue chews?
No.
What?
But
Whoa,
hang
whoa,
in there.
whoa,
Hold on,
whoa.
pause. Hold on. Where we
Unhinged,
going with that?
No,
unhinged thing in progress.
I give up on these guys. But hang in
Oh,
Said
there,
no
hold on,
bro.
blue
Diddy,
chew.
no
whoa.
Hold
Diddy.
on.
Pause.
Yo, let
Hold
me
on,
tell
hold
you
on,
something.
hold on.
Let me tell you something. That near one of y'all better be on no damn blue chews on this damn. You know what I'm saying? Talk
Yo,
Let
about
me
baseball
there's
and
a there
football. You know what I'm
before
saying?
Nah,
wait a
nah,
minute
nah.
before R gets started. It's this running shit Rels
yo.
used to talk about quite some time ago. I think when I first met his goofy ass, him and his boys would be talking about them. I was like,
Hey,
I'm,
yo,
I'm
yo,
trying to take
cause,
melatonin to go to bed. These
'cause
fucking
Dom
Right.
guys
and
are
my boy
talking about.
Brutus, shout out to Brutus, they was like, yo, we can go to bed. I was like, yo, I said, go to bed. I said, y'all must be on them blue chews. Go bed. No, you know what I mean, go to bed with your lady. And Dom was like, nah, I was going to sleep.
I need melatonin. Y'all talking about getting man, get out of here. Those were the good
Ooh,
old days on Twitter, guys. Trust me.
Let me ask
But
y'all a
anyway,
question.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I know Dom is married. How many of you guys are married? Or have
I
a
am.
All
spouse?
of us. Well, no,
I'm
we
not.
Everybody
well,
except for
I'm
you.
not.
yeah,
I
everybody
I'm not.
got,
but
I just
you
got married
alive.
last
Pretty
October.
much.
Nah, I
Pretty much.
mean, yeah, we in the players club. It's all good.
Yeah,
All good.
I don't think Steve's married either. So yeah, we're even. We're about 3-3.
Damn, with that reaction, bro.
I don't know. I said I
I mean,
don't know
I
if
don't know,
Steve
man.
is married.
Depends. I mean, a lot of marriages is not really doing too well. Let's keep it a buck. I mean, they,
I'm
Exactly.
they kind of go through the
It
motions.
depends
You know
on
what I'm
them
yeah.
saying?
kids.
Women are giving them a
I love
hard
my
time. They
wife.
just gotta accept. They
I
gotta
have
be
to I
It's
quiet.
have
it,
I
it's
have to
it's
I'm not
I
safe
saying
to
have
y'all. I'm
say
just saying in
it's
general,
safe
man. I
to
see
say
the
our wives
conversation.
are married.
Mm. Hey, Reggie, is that
I
you?
will say this. I am an anomaly, and I'm proud to say that. For as long as I've been married, I am
Yeah.
not shy. You know, I don't want to say hit pay dirt, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
and there go my brother Reg,
Happy birthday, brother.
soon to be in the
Happy
company
birthday.
of the great retirement.
Soon,
Yes,
Right.
soon,
sir. But
All
soon.
anyway,
right.
let's get to the unhinged. Please.
The thing is, listen. I'm gonna come into this on fire, but I am so sick of these women. I'm sick of the. I really am. That I'm sick of BBLs. I'm
I am
sick of
too.
Wow.
the eyelashes.
Me too.
Yeah,
Come
all that
catch it.
bullshit. What's that?
Come catch us.
Come.
Yeah. No. The eyelashes.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
what they
They call
call.
it.
That's why I
They
was like,
call
what
Oh,
it.
the
They
fuck you
call it.
saying?
That's it.
They
It's
call it
exactly what they
them
call it.
eyelashes. They
Yeah.
call it. They call it cumbrellas.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
oh,
Yeah. There you go.
damn, Steve.
And then the
I
shit
gotta
that
sit
Umbrella
back for this
catches,
one.
whichever one works for you.
but the
Son,
shit that
the
but the shit
story
that really
behind
gets
it is even worse.
Oh
The
Lord,
story
I gotta.
behind it is even worse.
I don't even want to know the story
Whoa.
behind
hey,
it. But the shit that
Boy,
what
pisses
is
me off
wrong
the
with
unhinged couldn't
most,
come
y'all?
fast enough, boy. Oh,
let me
wait,
tell
no
you
pun
something.
intended.
The shit that pisses me off the most is these expectation of first dates of these
Oh,
ladies.
Oh, I've
Have
been
you
You know
seeing
seen
that
what
shit
though?
lately. I'm
Oh,
Can
getting
I?
them off the
yes.
Yeah.
market.
what?
Yeah, no. Well, I was getting ready to say, man, I don't think that's our generation, kid. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
know
I
what?
don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't
I
been
What?
don't
out there
know.
Yeah.
swinging
You
crazy.
heard?
Live. Hold up.
Hold on.
Live. Ain't you and like Keith Sweat the same age
Oh
or
shit.
similar age?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keith
So
yeah.
Keith
Sweat,
Sweat
that
did
whiny
about
motherfucker.
you saw what Keith Sweat did about 2 weeks ago though, right? You heard about that?
No,
You heard about that live?
Nah. What do you
no.
do?
He was at a concert. He was performing at a concert. And he kind of went off on a tirade. Man, y'all women don't. It's on YouTube. He
Say your
basically
woman
went
what?
off script, basically singing to the his crowd is older Gen X. You know what I'm
Right.
Yeah,
saying? Like
Right.
and basically he went off script, stopped singing. Man, y'all don't cook no more. Y'all don't clean no more. Y'all got to bring something to the table. He said that. He caught a lot of flack, and people did a lot of
And,
reviews on that shit.
and he
We're
said,
talking
Wow.
about Keith Sweat. This was
Shout out to
literally the
Keith
number one
Sweat.
begging man in the 80s.
Yeah. No
you
shit,
know
Exactly.
what,
Steve.
you know what
Yeah.
he
Exactly.
said?
Now
How do we know why he
his
was
tune has
begging?
changed.
He
Yeah,
said,
Wow.
he was on.
Wow. I gotta check
he's
this
like,
one out.
first of all, you
It's like
stuttering
2 3 weeks ago
motherfucker.
now.
Yo, they can't even understand what you're saying. You understand what I'm saying? Because he stutters so much. It's like, nigga, ain't nobody trying to hear nothing about that. It's like, yo, you gotta have a standard. You can't
Right.
you can't basically say everybody because that means you would have to be dating everybody. So the
right.
women that you mess
Okay.
with, here's what my
That's
expectation
the only
is.
time I agree with
If you
Bishop
can
all goddamn night.
if you can live with it, then
Right.
we can rock. If you can't, we won't.
We
On to the
won't.
next. On to the next.
Right.
Ooh.
But
That's it.
But you know what?
again, a lot of us are of a different age. Me are
Of course.
probably Reg, Bishop's catching up.
Hmm.
So we're
Reg and
from a
I the
Me and
same
different
Bishop
age.
the
yeah,
same
but
age.
again, Bishop, let
But
me just but we're from a different elk where
Right.
I don't want to say our standards were different or higher, but I think they were, to be honest. I can only speak for myself. I think
okay,
my
Dom.
standards were always different where I don't know the facade of what we're looking at now is more. I don't want to say shake and bake. It's more if you look a certain way, then what does that mean? You're
Right,
in like
right.
Flynn. You could have 0 sense in that head of yours, but because you look and guess what, guys? We always say this. Social media has definitely been a crippling force behind this bullshit.
Yeah. Thank
Because
you.
you
Big
can
There we
time.
get
go.
you
A
Big
can get
hundred
time.
on
percent.
social
There we go.
media,
Big
shake an
There
time.
we go.
ass,
But you know what
and
though? But you know what though, Dom? To what you were saying about the age, really, you would like to think
right.
that some of us, and I'm talking about women, be old that are more mature,
They
they're
Mm.
not.
falling into that trap. They're
Oh
falling into
no.
that trap. They're
Yeah.
falling into that trap because
So
so
that
they,
Man,
they, they want to try to keep up. They want to
Right.
try to keep up
yeah.
with
okay.
the younger generation.
So what
I,
what what
I,
you what you wind up with is a bunch of old delusional
Yeah.
menopausal chicks that got
Oh, what he's
no
saying is the old
got
hoes.
yeah pretty
R
much
H O
pretty
Who
A.
pretty
Who look
much
Real
like who,
Housewives
that
of Atlanta fucked it up
that
for everybody.
right. Who
that
look like silly
Yeah.
putty.
that
They look
don't
like silly put 50, 55,
yeah
50
that
silly
Uh,
putty.
are not
Your
that are
how
body
many
not
looking
based
seasons
real
is that show
nasty.
on?
that are not
too
based in
many?
reality that are
Yeah.
Like
not
12
based
or
in
some shit?
reality.
14?
Like I
Yeah,
said, way too many.
they're
Yeah.
not based in
Okay.
reality, and you get these dudes that it's like Instagram has like
These
Oh
dudes are
Oh
kind of
boy,
simps.
big
it's like
time Sims.
it's like come
Big
on man,
time.
it's
Big
like come
time.
on.
These
Simps.
women are getting offered penis 100 times a day. You don't
Right.
think that affects their mentality and whatnot? You
No
know what I'm saying?
question.
Yeah,
Their
well,
ego?
I mean, if that's what you're looking for,
I'm not
but
looking for it.
at the,
I'm just saying.
no, I'm not saying you per no Diddy. I'm not saying you per se.
Ah,
Now,
Good old Craigslist.
well, I'm just saying just because
Good old
that's just because you
Craigslist.
just because you're
no, you're
online
right.
and people like the picture that you post or like the image that you portraying. It's like a lot of times that's not the person you that's not the person who's on there, the real person. So people
Right.
will post like these pictures of being in these lavish places and
Right.
I'm living life and this and that. First of all,
Mm.
if you live in life, I don't really give a damn about who likes it and who doesn't like it. If
Hmm.
that's truly what I'm doing, if that's truly the life I'm living, that's just for it's like a middle school. You got like like sometimes men get stuck in this like Peter Pan syndrome where they don't want to grow up. They always
Right.
want to, have the next young chick or dress a certain way. It's like, nigga, you like 55 years old, pull your pants up.
Oh.
He's
Pull your
right.
pants
Right.
up.
He's
Oh.
correct.
Right.
Pull
So
your pants up. And women
I
have
don't
the
even know
same.
how women are attracted to that.
Some women have the same.
The
They get
internet.
stuck. They get
Yeah.
stuck,
You know
and
what?
It's
He's
it's
the
right.
internet.
He's
they
right.
get stuck,
so
and it's like,
so
It, like the internet does set the standards for how we court. You understand
right.
what I'm saying?
No, that's
It,
that's that's
you
fake.
feel me?
That's fake.
Yeah,
That's fake.
it's bullshit, right?
That's
And that's
fake.
what I'm saying. If I mean, again, most of you guys are married, but
Hmm.
you know, a first date is a first date. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Hey, let's go get a little drink. Let's go have a little ice cream or something.
Hey,
Let's
that's my
talk.
man's right there.
Let's
Yo, you right,
let's
bro.
walk
I
on the
just told a young
promenade a
dude at my
little bit. And
job.
Right.
I told young dude at my job the same shit. Don't take them to a restaurant. Take them for drinks
Well,
or take them bowling. He said,
listen.
why? I said, because I have a lot of homegirls and they ain't shit down in the city. They'll tell
Mm.
you, I'm hungry. I'm about to tell this dude who been wanting to go on a date with me, I'm hungry. What's good? That's how they talk down there. That's how
Uh,
I
Nah,
told
it's
him. The
bullshit.
women
It's
only
bullshit.
date you to get a meal. Don't do that shit on the first date. It's not like how it was back when I was coming up. I'm 43.
Right.
You take them to get drinks, have conversation, or go to the bowling alley, whatever. I said, don't take
well,
the goddamn meal because she ain't feeling you.
well.
You
First,
spent
first of
two
all,
hundred dollars.
No. First of all, like when you would go out on a date, like and you go for a meal, that's when you get to know your part. That's when you
Yeah.
get to
Right.
know.
I know,
Like
I feel you, but not
you get
nowadays.
sitting
They'll
face to
jump you
face.
after the first date.
You sitting face to face. You get to talk. You get to not this online persona.
Drinks
You
and
are sitting.
appetizers, brother.
Mm, I don't know.
Drinks and
I don't know. I'm
appetizers.
not spending. I'm not taking no first date to no lavish restaurant. If
Three
she want to
hundred
go,
dollar fucking
if
get the
she
fuck
want to go,
out of
No,
Yeah,
here.
if she
exactly.
bro,
want to go,
that's what
like
these young girls want.
But
I'm with you. I
but wait a
ain't that.
minute.
first of
We
all,
agree.
they're not even
These young
accustomed
boys,
to
they
that.
tell me,
Right.
They're
yo,
not
I
even
take
But
him out to
accustomed
again,
to
dinner,
wait,
that.
hold
then
up,
she
Ralph.
dumps me.
Hold up, Ralph. To Bishop's point, so are some men as guilty as the women?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Thirst
because they
Because
bucket.
around this shit.
you're let me
They
Yeah,
finish,
simp.
thirst
Rouse.
bucket.
Because
Thirst
yeah,
bucket.
exactly, we're live because you're 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 basing something on a persona.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
now that what are you looking for? Again, it's easy to, and I'm not trying to pick sides, guys, but we have to have a nickel in that dime. And let's be honest, some of these guys that got the nickel in their hand, some of them just want,
Right.
something that looks good, sounds good, don't know shit. But again, we're actually feeding into this. And what's
Mm-hmm.
happening is shit just
Yep.
gets bigger and bigger. And guess what? 5 minutes after she leave your ass, she gonna go to the next dude that
Yes.
wants that
Yup.
Yes.
persona. And
Yup.
guess what? I mean, I know I'm
Dom.
a little old and I've
Dom,
been
no, no,
married
but
for a
you
long
own the
time, but
money,
I'm
Dom.
not no
Dom.
dummy.
Dom.
Yo,
R.
you
Steve.
stand.
Everybody let me know if I'm bugging. So Dom's
Yo,
part, he's correct. The problem is we
yeah.
understand as old heads the 80-20 rule, right? The 80-20 rule. A
Yo,
lot of these young guys, because they see what these athletes, these rappers, these entertainers,
yo.
they want to stay in the 20%, right? These girls look good. But what these girls are telling you, I look good, what else? That's why, God bless the dead, I fuck with Kevin Samuels to some degree because he said, besides you looking good, what else
What
you
else you got?
do?
What else you got?
Yeah.
What else you got?
Yo, you
But
said,
What else you
Dom,
got?
Dom,
Listen,
hold up.
you
Yeah,
said,
Bishop.
Dom, you said that after all of that said and done, they going on to the next, and
In
They go
five
on to the
minutes,
next.
Bishop.
he's like, yo, you sitting here, you done ate the blue chew, you ready, you ready, you ready to get it on?
That
According
was
to
like my
Rose,
one ain't
yeah.
going nowhere.
man.
I tell you what, man. I always say this shit.
Yo,
Me
Bishop
and
ain't shit.
Rel,
He
Rels,
ain't nothing else.
Rels comes on our show, starts chaos, and
Yo,
says this is the
nah,
first
Bishop,
time
he
he
ain't
agreed
shit
with
else.
Bishop.
He said, you mean to tell me?
He don't he don't understand Bishop. Deep down
Yo,
inside, me and Bishop can't stand each other, but we're the best of friends.
Right.
But
like,
when you
yo,
listen again, there's sometimes when Bishop talks, I don't want to say nothing. I don't. As much as me and him bicker, there's some shit that he says that there's really no comeback for. That what do they say? Drop the mic, game over. Everybody drive home safely. Turn the lights
Mm.
out. Whatever.
Good night.
But this again, guys. This is we can't keep saying it's them, and we got some fucking knuckleheads. I hate to use
No,
the guy. I
no,
hate to
it's
use the guy on Houston who's
yeah,
dating a woman that's probably as old as his mother. No
right,
shade, guys, if that's what floats your boat. But
Right.
again, if you
Maybe
don't
he
know
got
her
mommy issues.
right, but
right,
if you don't know her history, shit, we know her history.
right,
And we're just average people that watch TV and read shit. So if
Hmm.
right,
you don't, if you think this is, and God bless her, maybe it is, I don't know. But if you think this is long term, then you ain't checked her box score.
yo,
right,
Mm.
Oh
Her
right,
no.
box score
Oh,
is
it's
not
yo,
long.
long
yo,
term.
Yeah,
yo,
It's
she
right.
ain't
long
into that
term.
shit.
Ain't nothing long term these days, man.
Thank
No,
you.
no,
No,
no, no,
See,
no, no, no,
yes,
no,
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 right.
no,
see.
Yeah,
no.
but but that's the
Okay. Long
BBL
term.
thing. That's
Long
the
term
thing.
is about 21 years.
That's super
If
long,
That's
Reg.
long term.
That's super
That's
long.
long term.
okay,
Right.
y'all
That's
missed
I
the
ain't
long
even
term.
gonna
point.
tell you how long.
She
I'll
looking
just
Yo,
for a
but OG's
paycheck
right.
for
21 years is
21
long
years.
term.
She's gonna
Yeah,
get a paycheck for 21 years.
Hey,
right,
remember the
yeah.
right,
rule?
This is what I'm
If you
talking
pass
about.
right.
5 years, that's
She
a
trying to
wrap.
Ask
trap the
Shorty
dude. That's what I'm talking
that
about.
Zion smash. The Shorty Zion smash got the bag. You
Mm.
feel me? You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
man,
And that's
So,
really all it's about. It's like these
so,
women
so
Anthony
what
now
Edwards
about
who,
too.
Anthony Edwards?
yeah, well, same,
Well, he's
same,
What
another
about
one.
same,
Anthony Edwards?
same crew,
But
same
again,
thing. It's
guys,
the
you look at
same exact thing.
again, you look at the
I don't feel bad
mentality.
for the
I hate
fellas
I hate
though.
to say this because I don't know these people personally. But
Okay.
when you just look at it from the outside and you think of some of these people, especially guys, man, let's not their fucking mentality is I don't
Small.
even know what, guys. I can't even put
You're
a
going
finger on this
raw
dumb
in a
shit.
blow up dog, right? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Wait,
Like
Mm.
wait,
that's what
wait, wait.
I don't feel
It,
like
bad.
where the fuck is your mentality?
Uh,
You know what I'm
Jalen
saying? When
Green.
listen,
you worth millions and millions of dollars, and she already done did 8 pornos. You
Yo,
uh,
understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Jalen.
And
you
Jalen
want to know what
Green.
it
raw
is?
dogging it.
You want to know what it is? I'm gonna tell you
What?
exactly what it is.
Please
This is
do.
their mentality. It's not gonna happen to me.
There you go,
That's what
Red.
their
Yep.
mentality. It's
I'm
Yo,
not gonna
different.
happen to me. And
yo,
as soon as
Meanwhile,
they say that,
meanwhile, it is happening to them. Right.
Right.
it's
yo,
happening to them.
Jalen
They're
Green
Right,
got
so they're
Jalen Green got
right,
delusional.
mommy issues. He got
right,
mommy issues. That's why. That's what his
right.
problem is. He got
So
mommy
What
so to
what
issues.
Dom's
whatever
point, it's a give and take,
yeah,
right?
whatever the issue
It's
is,
these
Bishop.
cats
He
out
is
there.
kind of flawed though.
It's the
Right.
come catchers and the come givers. You know what I'm saying?
It's the
Like
whatever
it's a
whatever
50-50 thing. You know
whatever
what
it
I'm
is, Bishop.
saying?
It's like
It's not
saying
really 50-50 live. It's not
there's no way
50-50. Don't get it
That's the
twisted.
there's no way
look.
we can't say that a
It's
man doesn't
males
have a
out there.
nickel in
You know,
that dime.
right? It's
You
brothers
cannot
out
say
there.
that.
It's people as men out there who will easily give up that bag for an opportunity to
Mm.
Oh,
smash a blow up
oh,
dog.
Mm.
That's a
mm.
that's a
He
50-50
right though.
thing. That's a 50-50 thing. It ain't your now. I mean, it's less catch with money, right? And it's more women with BBLs doing it, right? I mean, because the whole thing is like I'm gonna blow up this ass and get the cum catch or whatever to have the opportunity to fuck with a NFL, NBA baller, you know what I'm saying? Because again,
Mm,
that's the internet mentality. But to Dom's point, it takes two to tango, right? So if it was cats on union pensions, you know what I'm saying, out here, and they was the only ones doing it, it would be no BBLs.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Because
mm,
them cats, because we can't afford it.
how
We
many
can't afford the
how many
company.
and I'm talking low scale here. How many
Okay.
guys y'all think I met in my 22-year career that were married more than once? And some of these women were smart enough to know that if I stay married to Joe for 10 years and that sucker retires, I'm getting half his
Right,
retirement check.
Right.
What's
Mm.
that
It's
dude
all
named
it's
Joe
all
Smith?
strategic.
So
Yeah,
after
Joe
I'm
Smith.
sure.
let me
I'm
finish.
sure.
So after 8 years, she's putting the plan in progress. And I've met plenty of these fucking people.
Yeah.
I mean, I
right.
lost,
No,
trust me,
she's putting in the.
I
Yep.
lost respect for both of them. Are that's where it got tricky. Because I'm
Mm,
thinking
mm,
now I'm getting
mm.
older and I'm still
mm,
seeing this dumb shit. Because I used to always ask myself, you go to not hypothetically, for real, you go to Korea for 1 year. Korea
Mm.
is a 1 year tour. How the
mm.
fuck you getting married in 6 months?
Right.
Mm,
And having a
mm,
kid.
mm,
How the fuck you
Well,
getting
mm.
married in 6 months?
well, you know how it is. You
And
already
then
know how it is.
and you know what's weird? Everybody might think it's a big army, but it's really not.
Mm.
You're gonna run into these same people somewhere along the line, whether it's at Fort Hood, Fort Bragg, or we're all
Yep.
retired.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yep.
ran into one of my best friends, Ren from Brooklyn. Me and him was in Germany together. We're young kids. He was married. So he married this girl from Brooklyn. They was best of friends. Da, 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 da. 4 years later, I went to El Paso. I'm back in Germany. 4 years later, I hear somebody yell, Dominic. Nobody calls you by your first name. Rels was in the army. Nobody calls you by your first name. They gotta know you. I run into Ren. Oh, we're hugging. He was like, oh man, you gotta meet my wife. I said, Ren, I know your wife. What are you talking about? Meet your wife. Ding,
He
ding, ding,
gets
ding,
married
ding.
again.
four
Yeah.
years, 4 years
Mm-hmm.
live. This all happened in four
Mm-hmm.
years. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
and guess
mm,
what?
mm.
6 years later, he's divorced again.
See? See?
The only good thing Ren did, I don't know if it was an accident or on purpose,
Mm-hmm.
he never stood married for 10 years.
Right.
Exactly.
He never
So
got
watch
to
this.
that
Well, he's not
threshold
gonna have
of
that.
giving up
He's
So
not
half.
gonna have that woman around for 10 years. Wait, she's
But
no,
scheming on
he's
that
not.
pension and
He
whatnot.
he.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like a
I'm
sub.
I'm 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 gonna
So
blow
many
this
of
up
them
right
did
now.
it though, are. So
He's a
many of them
trick.
did it.
He's a trick. right?
Or he was he did it
He's a
as a
trick
trick,
with
or
it
he was
with
extremely
years on
smart.
it. No, actually he'll rent a car. He'll rent a car. You know what I'm saying? He renting them out.
Right.
Whatever the
That's what
He's
he's
case may
doing.
leasing with
be,
the option to buy.
Yeah, he
he's one
leasing with the
he's one
option
of
to buy. Exactly.
he's one of the rare people. Again, guys, I don't know if he did it on purpose or it was just coincidental. But again, take that one situation, and I can give you 10 others
See?
where after 8.5 years, you see this motherfucker plotting. Like,
Right.
oh shit, it's sort of like you're checking the battery on your watch. Oh shit,
All right.
I got another 18 months. They
Uh-huh.
Mm.
clocking this shit, man. And then guess
Uh-huh.
what? They're sitting back after that, starting their clock again. First of all, they're gonna get alimony and child support. Now they're watching the clock again, hoping this motherfucker retires.
Of course.
And
Oh
then
yeah,
when he
so they get that
retires,
pension.
Dwight Howard just got married and
oh
his
Right.
Lord.
wife divorced him in 4 months.
Damn.
Oh Lord. No.
Oh, you
Four
talking about
months.
Amy Lucci?
I wonder why.
No.
I don't know. I just
Love and
saw
Hip Hop.
the
That's her
right.
name.
I just saw the post. Right. So
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
She's
Did he?
from
Excuse
Love
me.
and Hip Hop Atlanta.
yeah, right. Right.
Excuse me. Who's speaking?
Oh, she wanted to get on the show?
Who's
Nah, she's
speaking?
on that show.
You talking about whoa? You talking about the White Howard that was accused of raping some dude?
Yes,
Mm,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
mm.
sir. I mean, come on, man. Like again, let's get unhinged, right? We know cat, our cat and his little girlfriend. You know what that is, B. That's cosmetics.
Yeah.
That's cosmetic. So Dwight Howard went and married him, a housewife from Atlanta, like he's smashing heavy.
No. Come
I
on.
know we know he not hitting that. And she divorced the guy in 4 months to get
Bishop.
alimony and shoot them for alimony.
You know,
Bishop, I'd have felt more comfortable if Live said he married Shannon Sharp.
Yes, sir.
Ouch! 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 Ouch!
same
I
thing with
don't know about
same thing with
Cue, cue,
what's her name?
but
cue that
She had a
Carol
divorce
Burnett.
too.
again, guys, this goes back to what I said 10 minutes ago. These guys have put too much into this. We're failing ourselves. We're
Yes,
failing the
yeah,
male race.
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Come on,
And,
fellas. That's a
and,
fucking
and,
prime example.
son, it's thirst buckets. It's thirsty
Yep.
cat. That's
Oh
who.
God.
That's what it is, Reg. It's thirsty cat. It's cats who have no game and no play, and they whole game is they pocket. Right.
Mm.
So Dawn man goes 6 and 8 year stretches. Right.
Right.
Renting it out. Right. The other cats on Instagram and wherever TikTok, they putting like signs in the DM and they
Hmm.
calling them up and they flying them out. Right. And doing all of this for a shot. And what the women doing, they sculpting their bodies, they getting everything else hooked up so
You
they
know
can
what?
be part of that.
You know what?
So it's a
Being
give
that
and
you
take.
said that live, it brings me back to a certain person who liked massages. Maybe he was on to
Ha,
something.
ha, 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 ha.
Oh damn.
Yeah, maybe
Jesus.
he was on to something.
No. No,
Nah.
Reggie.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
No,
Yeah.
Reggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
He said
yeah.
he said he's not giving one woman a bag, he's giving them all.
First of
Oh,
all,
no.
It was trying to do the Robert Kraft.
first of all, we got to pause. We got to pause for 1 second. Not that kind of pause. We got to pause and wish my brother Reg. Today is his birthday.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Happy
you,
Yes, sir.
birthday,
fellas.
Happy
Reg.
Thank
birthday.
you.
A great
Reg,
happy birthday to my
Five,
brother
six.
happy
Reg.
B-Day, Reg.
I'll be LT for a year. I'll be LT for a year.
All right. Welcome to the club. The
Happy
Oh,
501 Club.
B-Day.
Thank you,
wait a
brothers.
minute.
I
Wait a
Happy
minute.
appreciate
Wait a
birthday,
that.
minute.
man.
How old is this guy?
Who?
Reggie.
56.
Y'all all. Oh shit.
Okay.
Man, he's
Okay.
like,
I only got you
Okay,
by a year,
56.
bro.
Okay, player.
damn.
Yeah.
R ain't nobody gonna catch us, huh?
Nah, nobody catching us. We up there.
How old
Listen,
is Dave? How old is Dave? You and
Dave,
Dave got to be the same age.
Dave is a year younger than me. Yeah,
Okay.
he's 60.
Damn, I gotta stop coming on here. We're getting older with these young
Nah,
fuckers,
That's
man.
all
nah,
right.
oh,
Nah,
Like,
it's
like,
These
whatever,
like,
like
young,
bro.
these
easy.
like,
young
Stephen.
jitterbug
nah,
Stop
nah,
youngsters.
it.
nah. Like my man Steve
He
says,
still needs you.
we are the,
Yeah?
we are the, get off. Get off my
Get
lawn.
off my lawn,
Get
guys.
off
You're
my
damn
I
right.
lawn.
love that shit. I'm 43, and I've been telling the young people at my job.
Like I said, get
I've been
off
letting
my
them know.
goddamn lawn.
Steve said we're to get off the lawn,
Is
guys.
that?
Matter
I
of
love
fact,
Get
that.
off my
I cut my
goddamn
lawn.
lawn.
You
Dang,
better get
Steve,
off my
really? They
damn
doing you
lawn.
like that, bro?
I love it. I love it. I'm like, you know
Oh,
what? He's right. Exactly. Get off my
yeah.
fucking lawn.
You know
You
what,
know?
guys? Other than that women thing, you God bless y'all if y'all get to be our and I's
Yeah.
age,
Yeah.
because after so many years of fuckery, and again, I always gotta, and Ralph knows, I always gotta go back to again what I did for a living. I am just so fucking happy to be here and to be
Word.
Yeah,
amongst you guys, to have
yeah,
Exactly.
fun
man.
and talk shit.
Yeah,
Same,
I
man.
same.
actually met Steve, I met Bishop.
Right.
You know, it's like this is, and we've been doing this shit for about
Yeah.
what, 10 years. You
Yeah.
know,
It's been a
just
minute.
hanging out, talking each
Yeah.
other off the ledges, and
All of that.
it's been a joy to do this shit, guys. It's
Yeah, man.
like, like Steve, I know Steve probably close to 10 years too. It
Okay.
seems like just yesterday. Don't know how I met him. I don't even know how I met y'all.
Right.
And all of a sudden, here comes Reggie. Then I meet this
Well,
other clown from Duke on Twitter, and now me and him are friends. And I'm
yeah,
like, what
wow.
the
And he
fuck?
loves me
So
Yeah.
too.
So
And
real.
Dude,
let me, if
wait
I
a
can
minute.
add,
Hold on.
yeah, yeah,
Hold
and if
on.
I can add, man, like things like this, man, is so therapeutic, man,
Oh,
for brothers
for
our
sure.
age, man, because again, man, it's a lot of us ain't grow up in a situation where we can express ourselves.
Yeah.
You feel me?
100%.
yeah.
So,
At our age, yeah, live. Yeah.
well, I mean, any time in our life, you understand what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah,
you might
yeah.
have been lucky to have a friend, right?
Hmm.
Or a brother, or a, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have a group of cats who was a alike in mind and functions and be, you know what I'm saying, and be backed up with your words. Like, oh shit, I ain't the only one that's going through this shit. So
Hmm.
this shit is imperative for us, man. And so
Yeah.
Right.
thank you,
Exactly.
And
Red.
it,
Uh,
I
and
it
appreciate
was
you, Red.
unheard of
and
back
you know
then.
what,
Unheard
live?
of.
You know what, live, Steve? All y'all, not only all of that, but you can't tell me. Me and R talk about this shit all the time. You can't tell me it's not fun
Yeah,
for you guys
yeah.
like Rels and
Hmm.
probably just Rels and Steve, who aren't privy to our dumbass morning Texas. We started this dumb shit like
No,
7 years
I'm on it.
ago.
Yeah, no, I'm
That's what
on
I
it.
said. The only ones not on it is Rels and
Right.
Steve.
Right.
Mhm.
But for you two guys, we've been doing this dumb shit for like 7 years. It
Word.
started out with me saying, hey, you know what? We need to have emergency contact numbers in
Right.
case somebody falls
Yeah,
off. That
yeah.
shit turned into, I gotta mute my motherfucking car because I can't hear these clowns while I'm driving 8 hours. I'm like, this shit
I
is
love that
insane.
shit.
But that being said, this is what I mean,
Yeah.
guys. Through all the shit we're talking about, I think if we stopped having fun doing it, yo, it's you gotta not this ain't no psychology class or nothing, but you
No.
gotta have fun doing something, man. This shit,
You have to.
nothing is that serious, guys, where we
Yeah.
can't sit back and say, yo,
But
this is like I said,
nah,
I
this
don't
is
know if
beautiful
Bishop's
here.
still on here. I
So
happened
yeah,
to
yeah,
be in
yeah.
Charlotte. I was in Charlotte one day. I
Okay.
called Bishop. Yo, Bishop, I'm at the mall in Charlotte. He said, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Mm.
And he was there in 10 minutes. Then him and
Exactly.
my wife get into it. I'm like, oh, fuck this guy, man. But while I'm saying that, I was like, damn, I love this dude, man. he's, he's put him and my wife are going at it. I'm like, I love this fucking guy. No, don't give me that bullshit. Everybody's given a fair chance in life and blah blah. I'm like, I'm sitting there like a little kid. When I walked away, I was like, my wife said, you know this guy? I was like, yeah, he's pretty
Yeah.
cool, huh? Oh, that mother. I
Nah,
said,
So I
you
you know
mean,
guys,
what?
if
you
it,
guys, you guys are mad cool,
You know
man.
what,
Like,
guys? It's great it's nothing wrong with agreeing to disagree.
yeah.
There you go.
That's what
No,
makes this
like
so
you
much
guys are
fun.
cool, man. Like Don put me on to you guys, and we was
Appreciate it.
talking sports, especially during the football season. It was great. And sometimes you need to say, I'm in therapy. I have no problem with telling people that.
Yeah.
Um, been through a lot. I served my country. Been through a lot. But I have like my group of friends that's here. But from sports and stuff like that, it's cool meeting you guys, like-minded
Appreciate it.
guys, and talk about women and shit like that. Because like to Don's point, you need an outlet. Like some of these guys, I don't know
Mhm.
where the hell this culture is going with men and women, but that's why people used to get mad with
Try,
Dom,
my guy.
and I used to be like, "Yo, I agree with Dom," and then they got mad at me like, "How you agree with Dom?" I'm like, "Yo, not for nothing. If you saw the world outside of the United States,
Mm.
you understand certain shit. like what even like being like I'm Nigerian, being like a black male, right? I tell people all the time, I don't got time to tell my kids the man put me down. Yo, I got two hands, 2 feet. I made my own opportunity. Me and my wife do very well. My kids are good. So I told them you don't fall for no shit. Like some people get prison of the moment or it's what they was taught, and unfortunately, until they have like that aha moment, they're gonna be stuck in a systemic situation. I don't got time for none of that. I privilege to my mom. I have my father there financially, but my mom was there raising me every day. Don't
Right.
be making no fucking excuses as a man. Don't tell me no fucking that man put you down. Everybody's behind a fucking 8 ball.
So
It's what you
so
gonna do with your opportunity. And,
so
and
real.
sometimes people are just comfortable saying, "Oh, cause I'm black, I'm this and that." Then why I see other black people around me fucking progressive? And
So real.
I'm born and raised in New York City,
Not
but I live
not
upstate.
everybody, my
Real.
brother.
No,
Real.
not
Not
everybody.
every. All right. Okay.
No, not
Okay.
everybody. But you know
Okay.
where I'm at? Where I live in Dutchess County in New York. It's a lot of us around my age, a little bit younger, that owns mad businesses because we didn't want to that what our fathers and our uncles been through. We understand the
And
plague.
it's a hundred cats that I live around who couldn't get a business loan, who couldn't
No,
Mm.
go to
right,
college. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So
right.
But what?
there's a side to all of that. You
Right.
understand
But
what
I
I'm
No,
think
no.
saying?
I think what
All
he's
right.
saying though, what
I dig what you're saying about,
right.
you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, not letting nothing get you down. We all had to work behind the 8 ball. You understand what I'm saying? But not let's not forget there's a system that's out here impoverishing
Yeah.
Nigerians as well as African Americans as well as
Right,
white people and everybody else.
right.
But
Let's not
I think
No,
avoid
no.
that.
yeah, but I think what the bigger picture is, guys, is and not to but I don't I think we should be beyond the point of using the word everybody because everybody is a broad fucking brush. If
Mm.
Why, okay,
everybody was in one
wait a minute.
box,
Watch this. Who's oppressing MAGA right now? MAGA, right? Who's oppressing homie on the block? Homie on the block. You understand what I'm saying?
mm,
There's obstacles in front of all of us. You
right?
Mm.
understand what I'm
Of
saying?
course,
Right.
dog.
Okay.
Yes,
So right. So that you know what I'm saying? We I think in this group right here, we're fortunate enough to be in this age and
Yeah,
have substantial finances and things that happen, that we live in
Hmm.
well, we traveling, we doing things, we can go out and get a steak. You understand what I'm saying? But there's also, again, there's also a system that we cannot avoid and forget that's
right.
oppressing everybody, you know what I'm saying, that's oppressing people who can't slither through the cracks and get what they is. So again, the oppression, you have to be aware of the oppression.
Of
Hmm.
but
You
course.
have to be
what
aware
is
of the
And
that?
oppression.
What does that say about the people live? And I don't want to. But what does that say about the people, as you say, slithered through the crack?
Hmm.
Don't we have some sort of responsibility
Of
to
course.
tell them how we slither through the cracks, what
No
you can
question.
do to slither through the cracks? I mean,
Right.
again, when we use the
Right.
broad brush, that's one of the worst things that actually goes on, and especially in this country, because we
Hmm.
use a broad brush. Going back to Rells's, when you leave this country and you go to other countries, and sometimes it's not even in a good situation. But we in America, we use this broad brush for too much shit. And I'm not
Mm.
taking nothing away from what Live
Mm.
said, but I know that's like I used to tell Rels. I know what I went through, so I'm gonna be there to give back. There ain't a fucking
Hmm.
veteran in this
Hmm.
country that he
Hmm.
ever text me, tweeted
Hmm.
me, called me. I ain't gonna be there for him because I
Hmm.
feel like if I made it out, how can I not want to help somebody
Mm,
else?
right.
That would be
a hundred
selfish.
percent.
That would be selfish as shit on my
Hmm.
part.
No
It would
question.
be like
No
me
question.
going
Okay.
back to the Bronx and seeing the same people on the same corner and me not saying, "Yo, R, really? Really?
And
Is
Right.
and
that how fucked up I am in the head where I'm only thinking
So
about, oh,
right.
I drive a Benz, I got a nice fucking house, I got good friends. What does that make me? What does
And
that
Hmm.
make any
right.
of us that can't go
so
back and say,
That's right. That's
yo,
And
right.
into
so
what you were saying
can
before.
I make a point? So
Yep.
say that all being said, so Rel, does
Mhm.
that blue chew really work?
ah,
I never had. I have.
yo,
I haven't had the pleasure,
wait a minute. Not to get off the
but
subject,
I do have a
but
friend that did it before.
Bishop, these clowns was doing spaces when spaces first came out.
Right.
These
Uh,
clowns was doing spaces for so long. I would leave And one time I woke up at like 2:00 in the morning. This motherfucker's on there snoring. Everybody's still
Oh yeah,
like there's a
ain't no
handful of
Bluetooth
Yo,
people
I
over
still
was
there.
lit.
talking. I'm
I
like,
knocked out. I
Ain't
thought the
no
guy was on
Bluetooth over
live.
there.
it was at that moment that I said, this shit is gonna f up Twitter. This is gonna ruin Twitter.
Yeah, it was
It's
fucking
got its good.
ridiculous.
Don't get me wrong, because like again, me and Rel, we've had good conversations talking
Yeah,
about therapy and getting help. But
Right.
this
yeah.
dude was on there snoring. Somebody said, "Yo, did Rel's fall asleep?"
I
I'm
sure
like,
did. They
"Ain't
said,
that the
call him.
motherfucker snoring?" Because you
And
can
yo,
see
and I came back on the live. I ain't fall asleep.
this shit.
Dude.
Again, guys, that goes back to I guess I'm trying to say. If we can't, what is that old saying, guys? Reach one, teach one.
Yeah,
If you're not
But
up for that task, then
Mhm.
nobody can make you do it. Don't
No.
get me wrong.
that's the point, Dom. You can't control where you start, but you can control your destiny. That's
That's
the
Yeah,
it.
point.
That's
absolutely.
it. I know
Absolutely
where I
right.
came from, but I also know
Absolutely.
where I'm going.
No.
And I might
Exactly.
Absolutely.
not be able to take everybody with me, but I ain't
And
gonna
you
forget.
shouldn't.
I
Everybody
ain't gonna
can't go.
right.
Exactly.
You can't
Exactly.
save
yeah.
I don't.
everybody.
My back
I
is
learned
not
that
that
on my
big.
years too. Everybody
Like
can't, everybody can't go.
Indeed.
Unfortunately.
you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
That's
it,
I,
and
right.
it, and it, it all
I have
goes back to the dumb stuff we were talking about with these
listen. I'm
women.
getting.
But
Mm.
we also gotta, like I said, you can't talk about them and not talk about us.
No, no, we're to blame too. We're to blame too.
Yes,
So
we
I'm
got
not
a
I'm not even gonna
nickel in
lie.
that. The
We're
greatest saying I
yes we
ever
do.
heard. You got a nickel in that dime.
Yes we do. Yes we do.
So,
I'll
well, I'm
buy
So
sorry,
that
Reg.
for $1.
Yeah, I'm
so with
sorry,
that
Reg. What
being
was you gonna say?
said,
Wait a minute, Reggie was gonna say something. All
go
right.
ahead, Reg.
No, I was going to say, as I'm getting ready to lead a job and stuff of that nature, I try to pass on what little bit of knowledge that I've gained over my 21 years.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Now, if I've been doing it for 21 years and you've only been doing it for 3, 4 years, you know more than me.
No.
Mm,
Mm.
mm.
No.
This is
Absolutely not.
what this is what I deal with. Like I said, I'll put out the information. Now it's up to you to either go with it or not. That's
Exactly.
why
Mhm,
I said you can lead a
mhm.
horse to water, but you can't make him drink it.
So
That's right.
These
I gotta ask you, Reg, before we go. I mean, even though I
go ahead.
talk to you every day, where are you retiring to?
Oh, I don't know.
Ah, we
Jones is
had
making it hard for me, dog.
we had this conversation a year and a half ago. I ain't gonna
Yes.
remind him, but because I
Yo,
told him
Yeah.
Red.
I'd help him come back.
I know why you
But
I
Right.
know why you said it. I
I'll
know why
drive
you
the
asked the
car.
question.
Yeah.
I know why you
Yo,
asked
Red.
it.
Trying to
Yo,
recruit you.
Yes.
Red.
Trying to recruit you.
No,
The
no,
dollar.
not at all, not at all.
The
I
Yo,
got
Red.
my
The dollar still stretch crazy in the South, boy. I tell you. I'm telling
I
okay,
you.
guys.
it,
But
It,
before we go with live,
it's in that
y'all know
general
yeah.
this story.
vicinity.
When Live
Uh-huh.
first moved down south, the fucking guy was never here. And I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
Live, man, what are you doing? Every time
I'm
I talk
in
to you,
New
I'm in
York, baby.
Brooklyn. Yeah. Like, what the fuck, man? Why
Couldn't
ain't
get
you here?
away.
Could not.
Yeah.
Now
Could
ask
not.
him. Yeah. Now
Um,
ask
I'm
him.
in I'm in the blackout right now with no generator in the deep south. That's where I'm at right
Wow.
now,
And he
boy.
still prefers it over New York. I ain't mad
Yeah,
at you.
no question.
I ain't
Without a
mad at you.
doubt.
I ain't
Cause you
mad
know
at
what?
you.
You know
Oh, you
what?
do?
The
Yeah,
lights
you
can
do?
go the lights can go out where Live lives, and he ain't worried about somebody gonna come around the neck of his woods looting. Cause
Not
guess what, guys?
absolutely.
With
Cause
all that being
the
said,
30-30 is by the bed like
I was gonna say,
I'm 30-30. I'm good.
Me, Bishop, and Live can attest to. Yes, we own guns. We
Yeah,
do.
Exactly.
We
Mm.
actually have
yeah.
guns, firearms. You know that could.
There you
I
go.
got two of them
Firearms, know your
bitches.
gun
There you
laws.
go. Know your
Yeah,
laws.
I live in
Guys,
New York. I gotta definitely learn my shit.
learn your shit. With that
yes.
being said,
Son,
I
I'm
gotta end this. Gotta end it. Gotta end it.
yep.
But it was great having you,
Yeah.
Steve. Thanks for hanging in. I know you're a busy man, but thanks for the
Yeah.
unhinged
Thanks for having me,
portion.
man.
Appreciate
I
you.
mean, I had a lot to say, but I'm gonna hold off for the next time or whatever. You know what I mean?
Bishop, we
All
went
good,
two
brother.
hours and 13 minutes, Bishop.
All good. And
Longer than the
Bishop,
Bananas baseball game.
exactly. I'm gonna look that shit up right after this. I swear
I'm
to
looking that
God.
shit up too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
make
saying?
sure
I'm
you
gonna look
look at
that
it.
shit up.
It is fun.
Oh
So,
God,
guys,
R.
I appreciate you being on the platform, and I'm happy to provide it. Dom, Steve, Wells, Reg,
Yes,
Bishop,
sir.
Ronan, Even Shamik for a brief. Did I miss anybody else? I don't think. And
That's it.
live, of course. Next week, I'm gonna do another unhinged, maybe from the beginning. We'll see how it goes. So you guys
Yo,
stay well.
Reg,
Have a
thank
wonderful
you, man.
weekend,
Thank you.
and
Thank
that's
you,
it.
R.
Thank you,
All right,
brothers.
fellas.
All right,
Thank you.
guys.
All right, fellas.